Oh, okay.
He sounded very unsure of himself.
I'm tweeting it. BOOMcast number 52.
Damn.
Number 52.
52, that's a lie.
I know.
It is
a lot.
That's a grip.
How do we do so many?
Dude, why this picture? What?
What?
Why this
What's wrong with that
picture?
What's wrong with it? That's a pretty good one.
I remember this one too. This
Yeah,
is
of course.
so funny, dude.
This is a Suiken edit, isn't it?
Was it me? Yeah, I think
Definitely
it was
not me.
It definitely was me, I think. Yeah. Yep, I'm sorry. The MYK one kills me every
This shit was stressful. I forgot how to run one of these, man. Like the
Been
last
too long,
one,
bro.
the last one we
Been a
did was
minute.
on Video Ninja, and that was like forever ago.
I don't even know if this is number 52 or 53 now. Did we not upload one to YouTube? Didn't we have one after 52? One after 51? That was so long ago.
Can we just restart it? Just like
Just restart again,
This
guys.
is-
Do over.
one.
Start over. Start over.
I think it's working though.
Oh god, I didn't even use this.
It took us like 40 minutes to figure out how to turn this thing on, dude.
I blame
You said
Suiken.
we, not we.
I blame
It
Suiken.
was we. It was a group effort. Come on.
Suiken was
Mike
the
was
only
stressed
one
out
that
losing his hair.
And then Suiken
Yeah.
was like,
Seems
echoed
like a
in my
user
ear.
error to me.
I don't know, man. That was only you.
Yeah, definitely. And we have to call IT Rip, and he fixed that shit for us.
That's how you do it, bro. Professional.
What
Crazy.
would be your IT voice? Do you have an IT voice? Because you know how you have like a voice for like work and then like your regular voice. So.
No, it's the same voice, bro.
No, seriously. We all
What?
have one.
What are you asking me?
I'm asking you, how do you speak to customers versus like normal?
When they call me?
Yeah.
All right, here. Give me the call.
Okay. Ring, 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 ring.
Why are you ringing with an Indian accent? Dude? Why did your telephone ring have an Indian accent?
Ring, 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 ring.
Ring, ring.
You're out of control.
Oh god.
It's been a minute. God damn. God damn. All right. Pause that.
Yeah.
Bring it in. It's been a while. Holy
Dead over
shit.
there.
What a way to start. Boomcast number 52. It's been forever. We missed as soon as it's always Suiken's fault, man. It's always Suiken's fault. That's why we were 30 minutes late to start. But yeah, we're here with the usual suspects. We have Rip over here. We got Ricky downstairs, and we got Suiken died in the corner over there. Welcome back, guys. How's it
Ring,
been?
ring. Look at that.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Shit was crazy.
Oh my goodness. What do we start? We didn't
What's
even talk
good?
about topics. Usually we go over the topics before we started. We didn't even do that.
Yeah, we
this time.
were too flustered. We just like start. We were so happy that everything works, and we wanted to
Alright.
start the stream before it breaks again.
Oh.
Jeez Louise. What do you want to start with, Mike?
Well, you gave me the topics for this one, so we got the finals to start it off. What you guys think about the finals? TWT 2023 finals just finished up over the weekend. I was there. Nobody else was there. I was a little sad about that. But
It
yeah,
happened.
how'd you guys enjoy the event?
Well, I mean, let's start with you. You were there, right? Tell us about it. What was it like in New Orleans? Tell us about the venue and, you know, all the players being there and everything.
It was definitely my first time ever making it out to a TWT final, so that part was cool. New Orleans, I only really got to try like one of the specialties. Recommendation by Majin Obama. He was like, well, you got to try some gator meat, man. You got to go to this restaurant
Wow.
called Cooter Brown's. And then, yeah, get the gator mater with mango habanero hot sauce. And I got to say, it was pretty good.
It tastes like chicken.
You know, a lot of people said that, you know, going into the gator meat discussion, they're like, yeah, you know, it's just going to taste like chicken at the end of it. I'm like, no way. I bite into that motherfucker. But it was a sausage, right? So it was a gator sausage. So
So wait, hold on. You ate the gator sausage?
I hate this guy so much. God damn it.
Imagine if he still echoed and you had to hear that shit twice.
God damn it, dude.
You said it. I'm just repeating what you said. Okay,
Yes,
go on.
I got the gator
You're
sausage
all up in
meat.
on it.
Oh yes, I had it, and it was snappy. You know, like a Polish hot dog, but it kind of reminded me of like chicken for the most part. A little bit of like pork texture, but it was pretty good. I liked it. Other than that, the venue was pretty nice. LCQ was crazy. It was like from the pictures, it looked like the venue was a lot smaller, but it kind of like had triple tiers to it. So you could
Triple tier.
Yeah, there was like seats, second floor seats, third floor seats that you could watch the event from. So there was a lot of room and stuff like that if you guys are ever trying to like catch the matches and stuff. But
there were people actually up in the third nosebleeds.
Harada was up there. For sure.
They could afford to make. Oh,
but that's how Harada rolls,
the
though.
VIP seats. Then I didn't realize.
That's what it felt like. Nobody went up to third floor because I was like, "Damn, Harada and Murray's up there watching the finals."
Yeah, that's the god seats where the gods look down on us. You know,
when I was watching it on stream for the LCQ, it felt like it looked really small, and then I saw a picture of the second tier, and I was like, "Dude, they should show that more." But they never showed it on LCQ day. They showed the second tier on like I think day 3 maybe, but they never showed the third tier, so I didn't even know there was a third tier. So it looked way smaller than it probably was.
Camera couldn't get that high.
Yeah.
I
really thought it was small too.
Yeah, I mean, the main floor area seemed kind of small, but it was cool. Like after day 1, you could just walk straight to the front of the stage, right? But then day 2, they could sync the floor so that they could have the seats come out. And then that's where all the stations and shit were. So that part was kind of cool. So they opened up that whole area for like a seating area on day 2 and beyond. Because day 1, that's where the LCQ was. And LCQ was crazy, dude. I kind of just hung around the production area out back, but there was a lot of people there. It was a good vibe, man. It seemed like everybody was pretty happy about Tekken. I've ran into a lot of people that said that this is my first time ever coming out to an event. I'm like, we got you now, man. I'll be seeing you for the next 15 years.
That's how it goes, dude. Was the LCQ really packed? Because I remember there was one point where they yelled at them like, "Hey, you guys, if it's not your wave, get out. Otherwise, we're gonna have to like, call the fire marshal or something." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, the LCQ was definitely packed. They had like groups all day and stuff, and I remember running into Jimmy on day 1 as well. I'm like, damn, I haven't seen Jimmy since like season 2. It felt like got to talk to him about like 7 and stuff a little bit. And he's like, and the first thing he says when I run up to him, he's like, "I'm already out." I'm like, oh shit, come on.
Couldn't even catch him while he was still in the tournament, huh?
Who did he lose to? Like Trizzy or something?
He lost to Spiro in the tournament.
Spiro and losers, but in the winners he lost to what the hell's that guy's name? Funcation or whatever. The guy.
Allocution.
Yeah, there you go. That guy. Same shit.
Funcation.
Funcation. Huh?
It's close enough, man.
Dude, that part was cool. Just hanging out with like people. I got to see Spiro again. Like I think on day 1 we were talking a lot about like, do you guys really think that Eddy's not coming back and blah blah blah? And then of course the reveal happened, right? And then we were like day 1 we were talking about, man, if Eddy's in the game, what do you think his heat engagers are going to be? And then me, Trungy, and Spiro, we were all just talking about it. And it's like, definitely back 2-4 is going to be a heat engager. 4-4-4 is definitely going to be a tornado. And then Eddy announcement on the final day, right? That shit was pretty cool. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, that was sick. Yeah, and shout out to Spooky. I see him in the chat right now. He was IRL streaming a lot of the LCQ matches, so that's where I watched it. Actually, I watched the Jimmy Trizzy match there, and yeah, he's right. Trizzy took him the last pixel, but Jimmy hit a random orbital for the win to clutch it out against them. So Trizzy almost eliminated him. That's why it came to mind.
Jeez.
Damn, random orbitals, huh?
Dude,
I mean, it was well placed.
Yeah, exactly. It's never random with Jimmy.
One thing to bring it back to the LCQ though, I thought it was really fucking cool seeing the ICFC heads. You know, it's just
the
like
new school kids.
All top 8, man. That was super cool. There was FDX, Ty, and then of course Joe Crush.
That was awesome because I think they were like the top 3, right?
With AK second place.
Yeah,
that's insane too. Yeah, shout outs to AK. It's the first time that he's been in the US too, right?
I heard, yeah. It was the first time. Yeah.
No, he hasn't been here for Evo, huh?
I don't think so. I think he's always had visa issues.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Dojin's
this was a
always the one that's
pretty
coming down here.
yeah, exactly. Dojin's
Yeah.
always the one that comes down here. But I was gonna say AK's always try to come out here with the visa issues, but visa issues were expected for Atif too, right? But we didn't have that happen either. So someone at the visa office must like Tekken, I think, is what's happening because both AK and Atif got in for the first time. That was pretty tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show was cool.
Yeah.
And LCQ definitely had some heavy hitters, man. Like VDX said, defended from EU, Korea, Philippines as well. AK from Philippines. You had like Infested from Korea. Then you had
Mhm.
like Flower, Fergus. There were some pretty
Yeah.
big names in there. It's like a 300-man
JDCR.
tournament. JD, yup, another one.
Yeah, that was wild. I remember Joe beat JDCR, and I was like, wait a second, what now? Like NA beat, and then he beat Infested too. I think I was like, damn, more NA versus Korea, and NA's winning at the end of Tekken 7. Like that was not on my bingo card. Like that's wild.
You know the thing though is that the LCQ usually is defended by home turf.
Mhm.
Normally, just because it's like we usually have more players here or wherever
Yeah.
they're coming from. But
Yeah.
I think the one time it didn't happen was what, Thailand? I think that was when
Bilal.
Bilal won. So
Yeah.
like
Mm.
other than that, I think most of the times it's been pretty heavily defended. So nice job USA defending home turf there. That was pretty sick. The LCQ I thought was pretty amazing. The funny thing too is that I was hoping the finals and everything because it got kind of sloppy because you could tell people were like it's tired, right? It's a long
Yeah,
day and it's also the
exhausted.
nerves are getting them. So in my mind, I'm thinking like this has been like 8 years worth of Tekken 7. And this is what we have to show for it. Drop combos, the worst decisions. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's what Tekken is, honestly. Because we're never gonna get to
It wouldn't be a
Tekken
good Tekken tournament if people
if it didn't get like
choked.
that, yeah.
Yeah, if people didn't choke at the right times. It was
Mhm.
like it was always one of those things where as a competitor traveling and then you get there and then it doesn't hit you till you walk in and you see all those people that are out there for one spot. And that's the crazy part. Hundreds of people there for one spot. Can you imagine flying out there for one spot?
Dude,
Crazy.
that's the painful part too, I think, for AK, right? Like he got second place before at LCQ. And then second place at LCQ doesn't get anything.
Nope.
Like, oof.
Nope. Kick Rock's kid. That's the
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
I think it was this past year TWT Finals where the LCQ had multiple spots, right?
Right.
Because a lot of people didn't make it to the finals, or whatever. But the 2 years that AK was there and got second place at the LTQ were the years that they only had one spot.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and I mean it's brutal. And AK, he's kind of like becoming the new OW in this sense, right? Where second place is his home now. Like
Ooh.
Evo Japan 2019 with
Ooh.
Arslan, when Arslan came on the scene and beat everyone and like made his mark in the world, that was AK second place there too.
Yeah.
So he does great. Even IESF this past year in Romania, second place to Atif. So it's just like a rough spot to be in. He's like so close, but just unable to close it out at the finals.
Well, thankfully for him, he has the legacy skills of someone that's been playing for 10 plus years, because he has been playing for 10 plus years.
Decades.
Remember, like he was originally in the Tekken finals as like a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah.
That dude, right? So it's like
Crazy.
he's still doing it 10 years later, basically, and he still has like 10 more years ahead of him. So
Yep.
second, if he's consistently second place, it's not a bad spot to be in, but he does have one spot more to go up, and I think he'll get there.
That's the wildest thing you just said too, because he's still super young.
Yeah,
It's
extremely young.
that's incredible.
Dude, that's when do you remember when Al was young and he was playing when we were playing and he was like a kid, and then seeing him on
Al from
stage
Japan,
yeah, and then seeing him again on stage and he's like he's eating a lot of sausages. Like, dude, it's crazy how older he's got.
The thing is that he wasn't that young when we first saw him. I think I'm pretty sure he was like 18 at least.
That's pretty young, bro.
It's
I mean,
pretty
he's young, but we gotta remember, relative to what we were back then, we were also young.
No, we weren't.
You were
Wait,
young
speak
at
for
that
yourself,
time.
all
You were
right?
definitely older than him.
Yeah, these guys
Yeah,
are
you
right.
guys speak for yourself.
Wait.
All right.
Dinosaurs over
Wait. We met Al in 2010 WCG. Me and Ricky were qualified for that tournament, right?
Mhm.
And then
That
he
was 13 years ago.
MLG too during
Yeah,
those
so
times.
like 13,
Yeah.
14 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so 14 years ago. Okay, yeah, I guess I was kind of young.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like Al's like only
At
Al's
the
like 5
right
years younger than me. He's not that
young
bro,
age
like,
of 2.5 Don Billy Diamonds.
and let's be real. Al looks young as hell, but until you see him in the lobby of the Vegas casino just smoking a
Oh,
cigarette,
yeah.
then he looks like the oldest grandpa out there. Just like I'm ready to gamble again.
Dude, we just had the ICFC championship, right? And that format is crazy. It's like 1st to 15. And then like they had a
Oh, yeah.
timeout. So he's losing to Shadow. He's like, timeout, break time, right? Goes outside. We don't know what he did. We assume there were cigarettes involved. Comes
Of
back and just
course.
starts beating Shadow's ass. It's like, this is what I trained for in Japan, dude. I'm like, wow. Messed up. Training
Definitely.
paid off.
I was looking up for these old photos of how I had of him. I can't find it nowhere. Oh well. But yeah, damn. Good shit to everybody out there.
Yeah, shout outs to
Mhm.
Al, man. He actually remembered me too. I was like, oh shit. He was just like,
Oh, yeah?
oh, long time. No see. I was like, holy shit. Okay.
And some guy comes by. Hey Al. Oh, long time no see.
He says that everybody.
Wow.
Says this to everybody. It's
You
his
fucked
only
up.
English word. Arana comes by. Oh, long time no see.
Oh, but yeah, that was day one. And then day two, we had the pools, the group stages, which was wild. I think definitely the match of the day was from Group C, Junding versus a T.
Junding.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
run back from last year's grand
Mhm.
finals, also the run back from Rev Major. Oh, those two always give us some pretty good matches, dude.
There's
Yeah,
always
it's
styles that
crazy.
makes fights, right?
Yeah, and Atif, he looked like so flustered throughout the entire group stage. Like, like I've never seen his face look like, what the hell's happening? Like he looked like that the whole time, I felt like. So he got some wins, but he was like struggling the whole way through it.
yeah.
I could have
Was
heard
this his
Hmm.
first last chance qualifier? Because
No, he was in the tournament, dude. He was in the top
in the
20.
tournament. Yeah, against
Yeah.
John Ding. Oh, okay, yeah. Man, my bad. Mixing everybody up.
What were you saying, Mike?
I totally lost what I was gonna say because oh yeah, no, I was gonna say I could have sworn I heard somebody say that he was having issues with his stick. I heard that for Atif and also Kokoma.
Kokoma,
Kokoma
bro.
tweeted it that it was on PS3 mode actually.
Dude,
Kokoma, he lost every single game he played the entire weekend, including Tekken Ball. That was like the worst he's ever done at any event ever. It was like the
God
worst
damn.
way for him to possibly close out Tekken 7.
who did he
you
lose
know,
to in
like,
Tekken
damn.
Ball?
I think Tasty Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the reason why you're looking down on it because he lost to Steve too.
Damn.
Look, I was sitting beside Steve in an influence event where he couldn't beat the AI in Tekken Ball. You know, like
And
Damn.
AI's better a lot of these games, man. Don't look down on
cheating.
AI.
Yeah, they be like MP
Yeah.
rating and shit. They're kind of crazy.
I agree.
Also, someone else
I was
said
also
that
sitting beside with AI and beating the AI. Go on.
someone else that had Super Akuma said that he took the wrong hitbox.
Yeah, dude, I saw that too.
Finals. I was like, God damn, man.
The Wonder had issues. I'm like, what?
What? There's a stick on this one.
That's a weird looking hitbox.
Yo, what the fuck's wrong with this hitbox? That's crazy though. That sucks obviously because you don't want to go to the biggest tournament of the fucking of your of the year and just like damn, I didn't even bring the right stick, dude. Like,
or
what
it's
the
not
fuck?
set to the right mode, or
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Those are
yeah,
like
all these
these
tournaments,
rookie
like 7 years,
mistakes,
you never even
dude.
had that problem.
Like these guys are pros. How are they having rookie mistakes like this, dude?
At the
Sheesh.
finals, bro.
Oh, no, this is some rookie shit.
it kind of be due.
Rough.
Yeah, it is rough. It is.
It
rough.
is. It's hella rookie-ish. I mean, you gotta tell yourself you're booking a plane to fucking US. This is the last chance qualifier, one spot. You gotta check everything before you play. And the one thing you do is leave it on PS3 mode, lose every game, including Tekken Ball to Steve, right? And then you bring the wrong hitbox. I don't know how that could happen. Like these are like Home Alone stuff. Like everything just happened. You forgot everything. It's the worst.
Yeah, I don't want to be a bigot here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, when Ricky starts off a sentence like that, you know it's not ending well.
No.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
aren't all hit? How is a different hitbox any different than his hitbox? That's what I'm just thinking about it. Like, are the buttons like maybe his buttons are different? Like, just use different buttons,
I'm
but.
gonna say it's like all Sanwa and shit. It's all the same
Yeah,
buttons and everything.
I thought. I mean, he plays on an actual like he's sponsored by Hitbox, so they just use Sama buttons. I would think that the other hitbox right over there that looks exactly with the same layout, the same cover, and everything looks exactly like your hitbox. Play this. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm a bigot. Maybe he has special silent.
That's a good
button.
question, Ricky. I mean, it could be because like if you have different iterations of hitbox, it may not be the same exactly. Like the PS3 and PS4, they look the same, but still feel the difference. Totally different.
Actually, you know what? I'm like that could actually be the case. He picked the PS3 one, and
bro,
that would suck.
his matches were close.
No. There's no way you
they
can get
were.
the PS3 one. The PS3 one is in black, and the white PS4 and above, I think they're all white.
Damn, I got the black one.
You gotta upgrade, man.
I have a black PS3.
Okay, I got the
black PS3 hitbox. That's why. Did it come in white?
PS3?
I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
I was hating that thing back then, man. I didn't want to use it. Now everyone uses it.
Ooh.
You can buy there's so many hitboxes now though, like snack boxes. There's all sorts of different looking ones. So
Yeah.
Do you guys not have like a place for all your sticks? I know you guys have multiple sticks. You guys
I have
don't
way too
put
many
it somewhere.
sticks.
Mine are scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
Some on that side of the room, some on that side of the room, and some in another room.
I have like a like a file cabinet, but it's all the sticks are out, like a little museum. So I would walk by it and be like, I'll play
Damn,
with
you're
you
like
today.
fucking Iron Man with his suits and shit. I'm
Play with
unlocking
you.
the Mark 50 today.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. That's how it is, dude. Shit.
it's a luxury sometimes when you have multiple
cool.
sticks like that.
That's how you end up taking the wrong shit to the finals,
Yeah.
No, because if you're able to see that, first of all, I have
Suiken's
never
smart
made
enough
a
to have
mistake like
different
that.
looking
Hell no.
sticks.
Hell,
All of his sticks look different. I know
That's
this
true.
because he has one special stick, the Jessica Alba one.
Alba.
Yes.
I've never seen that one
Is
ever.
that one
That was your
still
best
alive?
stick.
Special.
Dude, it's the case is somewhere in my storage in like in one of my closets. I just have to get it out, but yes, I still have it somewhere.
I can't believe you stopped using that stick.
Dude, what the
That
heck?
was
I need a
the
home
stick.
button. There's no room for that thing. That thing is crazy. Like this is before home buttons. It's literally like
Yeah,
oh my God.
that extra button was to turn analog on or off.
Yeah,
on your PlayStation
Whoa.
1 pad.
Man, but I love that stick, by the way.
That was a cool stick.
Cool.
That was like one of the first ones that you've had for a custom stick. But yeah, anything else you guys want to say about the group stages?
Well, I mean, last thing about the group stage though is I saw a lot of people complaining about round robin format again, and it's
That's what
something
I was
that's
gonna
come
bring
up
up,
like
yeah.
time and time again.
Mhm.
So, are we fans of the round robin group stage, or do you think they should switch it up to something else?
Before I answer that, I think I should clarify that it's because Nee had to fight CBM in Group D, and then they were actually tied in points, and Nee just needed to win one game. If he did that, you would have had the point lead over CBM. But since Nee lost to CBM in the head-to-head, after getting the same amount of points in his group stage, that's why he fell into the loser side for top 8. So I think that's why a lot of people were upset about that.
Yeah.
I mean, as somebody
Well,
you
that's
should have lost.
One step. So, like that is like the results of round robin people don't like.
yeah.
But then there are people like Eris who are complaining about just the round robin format, right? Because
Mhm.
in that round robin format, sometimes you end up with like, oh well, these guys are playing and it doesn't even matter. So we're just watching these guys play for the hell of it, right? So that part of the round robin format also doesn't help, right? And what you were describing there with the tiebreaker scenario, like because sometimes the scores end up tied in the group, right? Like what's the best way and most efficient way to get past that in terms of like taking care of the amount of time it takes, etc. They're going with let's just look at it as a head to head. So there's like two separate issues. There's multiple issues, I guess, is really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
With the round robin format in general, right? As opposed to something like I think Capcom Cup, they don't even have round robin, right? Like wasn't it just like a giant 32-man bracket?
Yeah, they just do a giant bracket.
Yeah. So I mean, there's different ways you could run it. You don't have to do this round robin format. So the question is like, is this something that they should do again next year, or is it something that they should look to remove?
I mean, if they want to remove it, now's the best time with the new game. Just because Tekken 7, they kind of did the round they did pull like group stages like this the entire way through, I think. So
I think so.
I mean, I don't know. I like the round robin thing, but it's tough. It's tough because as a player, it's hard to play in. As a spectator, it's hard to follow.
Yeah.
As even as a tournament organizer, it's hard to even explain like who's in the lead, what
Yeah.
are possible. You gotta be Doctor Strange, seeing all the fucking all the
Wow,
math
movie
equations and
reference
shit.
from Ricky?
I know.
Shocker,
Ricky movie
right?
right with the mind
Rather impressed, Ricky. Nice
was-
job,
No,
dude.
Ricky. Yeah, let's go
Yeah.
movies.
No, that was no my favorite Marvel 3 player plays Doctor Strange. Fuck
Oh.
y'all. All right.
I take it back.
Yes.
Come here. Give it back. Give me those compliments back.
But it's
Yeah.
like I like the round robin format, but I could definitely see it not being a thing going forward just because it's so hard to follow and there's so many problems with it, especially because remember the JDCR Joey Fury issue that came up in Amsterdam the first time, right? Like when they had a tie and they thought that JDCR advanced or something. Didn't they run like a single game?
I don't remember.
Before,
They,
right?
I think they ran like a single game tiebreaker between JDCR and Joey, which JD won. But the rules stated that because of the way it should have played out in the group stages or whatever, Joey advanced. So that match that they played was a total fuck up, anyways, because they didn't, even the TOs didn't know the rules because there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things you got to keep up with. So I wouldn't mind it going away, but I also don't mind it existing. It's just
it needs to
there's
be,
so many problems with it, and there's no good way to like show all the info that needs to be shown without sounding complicated.
It's always complicated. And the best part about it to me is the players placing themselves into groups. I think like that's the most hype thing, right? Like the way Lowhigh said, like Atif's alone there,
That was
boom, that's the group I want.
Yeah.
And then no one else picked that group. Like I'm dodging those two fools, you know.
Yeah.
And so that was awesome, right? Like that to me is the best part of the round robin format.
Oh yeah, I love the tension about that. That's such a exciting. Like I was glued watching that. It's so fun. It's literally like people, the top players, all in one room, calling each other out, like secretly in whispers. Like I want to be here. I want to be here. But if you're not in there, that means you're scared of this guy. Like you know what I mean? It's like all that. It's so fun to watch.
And now that I think about it, even if they had a 32-man bracket, they could still seed it in a way where the players could still pick their part of the bracket.
That's
right?
that's what they. I remember they stole this from Master Cup, right? Like this is like a Master Cup Cooperation Cup. They do that for their top 8s when you win your round robin thing, and then you get to seed yourself in the bracket. So that was like kind of the birth of that, right? Because you know that part is sick. Like everyone loves that part because it's just like ooh, it builds hype, it builds tension between the matchups.
Exactly.
You have to see who's avoiding Arslan. It's funny, you know.
That can't be me. I'd be like, where's Arslan at? Right there.
That would be sick, actually, because I'm thinking like in a 32-man bracket, you still can break it up into 4 sections, like 4 groups. And if the players are picking their spots, you know, then you're like, all right, which quadrant of the bracket are you putting yourself into? Which half of the bracket looks easier to you?
But that's also just
bracket
I don't
feels
think you can
weird
get away
too
with
for
doing
the
that.
finals. It's like I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if you can get away with that for a bracket, like a big bracket. Like it'd have to be like a top 8 only situation. It works for Master Cup and things like that, just because it's a single elimination bracket as well. But
I'm thinking about like breaking it up because you know how if you have like top 4 seeds, right? You know that they have to spread them out between boom, 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 boom. So you can kind of start like that, and then you can say like, all right, 5 through 8, you guys pick in these 4 spots. You know, so you can you're picking like basically a quadrant each of the 4 in order.
that's not necessarily. It's the order is crucial for that. Kind of thing. And you don't want to be near the beginning. Your prime spot in those situations, you want to be near the middle to the end, especially more towards the middle, because you can choose where you go and who you fight against first.
Who to
round.
dodge?
If you're the first person to put up on, you're basically on an empty board, right? So you're like, well, I know Knee's right there, so I don't want to go against him. So let me go, and I don't want to fight any of the other guys. So let me go as far away from Knee as possible. And next person's up, like, Rickstah sucks. Bam, right there, right? I'm fucked. So it's like that can happen.
Okay. Well, they'll figure it out.
I want them to keep that part of it in though. That part of the Tekken World Tour, because they're the only like tournament that does that. In terms of like leagues or tours and shit like that, like outside of like a team tournament in Japan, so it's sweet, and I hope that they can find a way to keep it, but also find a way to at least either I don't want to get rid of round robin necessarily, but simplify it somehow.
Yeah.
And that part's hard.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I
Don't have
agree
an
with
answer.
like Rip there. You know, when he was like, you know, there's sometimes in round robin there are going to be two players that have to play, but we already know they're both not making it out. Like that kind of stuff, kind of like sucks, you know.
Okay, hold on. No, I saw this from the League of Legends. So their format is called the Swiss. I think it's Swiss format.
That's what people
So
are
what
bringing up a lot. Yeah, I don't even know what that
Yeah,
is.
so basically what happens is everyone like, all right, so you have 8 players, right? They all play each other. So that means no matter what, you can have 4 people with 1-0 records and 4 players with 0-1 records. So then those players all face each other. And then so like then you're gonna have 2 players with 2 zeros. And so you basically just match up records for records. So you'll have all the like as soon as you win 3 games, then you qualify. So no matter where you are, you have to win 3 games to qualify, or you lose 3 games, or something like that. So it works out better. It's just you can't choose your groups or anything like that. Usually, like those things, you kind of mix up everyone.
It sounds confusing.
It's not. It's actually not
confusing.
It's honestly, this one's the least confusing. It's hard. It's hard to explain, but once you see it, just like in terms of if they can graphic like in a easy to digest format, it's super easy to understand. It's just one of those things where explaining it, it's just like, yeah, you win, you advance. If you lose, you're going to losers bracket. If you lose again, you're in a lower losers bracket.
You're in hell, and then you.
Yeah. But that's the
I
thing.
vote bracket. Screw all this Swiss and round robin.
But you're not out yet. You're just, you're just basically dead. Like that.
Fantastic.
It all sounds like they have their pros and cons. Like, of course, round robin, the report card gets confusing. Sometimes keeping track of that stuff gets mad confusing. But I think the pros for a round robin is stuff like, seeing the big ball moves. It's like, I'm going to put myself into this group, like low high putting himself to a Tief's group, and then actually getting the dub super clean against him. Like,
that was crazy.
You can't get moments like that from a regular bracket. Or whatever the fuck Swiss is, which I still don't know what the hell is happening there.
You could totally do it in Swiss, man.
Yeah, Swiss, all the winners play the winners, all the losers play the losers.
Yeah, it's just like a double elimination bracket, except it's a triple elimination or quadruple elimination, depending on how many people are there.
Competes in the FGC, basically.
It's okay. No one even knows how brackets run, anyways, dude. Have you seen Evo bracket runners, bro? Come on,
they don't know how to run a standard bracket, bro.
They don't even know how to run a bracket, and that shit spells it out for you. Loser to A2, and you see your name in fucking Narnia. It's like, where did I go? She said loser to A2. Why am I over here? I'm not the tournament organizer. Put my name back over the losers bracket.
Why am I in loser bracket twice? I don't know.
Oh, that's a good one. The loser bracket twice.
So yeah, it seems like there's pros and cons to both. Or all the formats. It just, I guess we'll see if they'll switch it up in the future. Yeah.
There's no perfect format for the finals, but I can definitely see them switching it up just from the round robin. Because I mean, honestly, as much as I like round robin, it's definitely one of the hardest formats to follow.
Yeah.
Swiss isn't that much easier, but
it's not much easier. And then just I think the other thing that I think Reinhardt made the tweet about the CBM knee situation, right? And so that's where that kind of blew up from. And it was just the idea of like, how do you determine after there's a tie? Because in that situation, me and CBM were tied in points in games and sets, essentially, right? So then it was like, all right, well, we'll go off the head-to-head. But you don't make them play head-to-head. You just say, this is how it was in the round robin, so we'll just use that one, right? So I personally don't have an issue with that. Is that weird?
I don't think that's a bad issue, because I think before they used something else where that wasn't the
as like somebody that was in the infinite fucking the paradox or whatever, like like
you Suiken and Jimmy, right?
Yeah, let me run the fucking head-to-head score, man, because otherwise you're just like running the first 2-1 infinitely until like fucking 2 people make it out. Like that shit's crazy too.
Yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, Mike was in, what is that? Was that the NA finals?
Yes, NA finals, where you were in the group of death with Jimmy and Speed Kicks, and you guys all tied.
They all tied in the round robin group.
And then they kept doing this dance where MYK was the only one who could beat Jimmy. Jimmy's the only one who could beat Speed Kicks. Speed Kicks the only one who could beat MYK.
Yeah, and so it was the first person beat 2 people in a row. They would make it out. And so that's what they would do. They just kept on losing to each other. Like bing, 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 bing. We're like,
someone had to give, and unfortunately it was MYK.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn. Should have counted the head-to-head, man.
It was cool though.
See, But see,
Cool
that's
to
the other thing,
watch,
though.
but I
That's
can't
the other-
imagine MYK like in that position. Like, ugh.
But you know what? Here's the thing. As a player, though, that's where round robin sucks. Is because you don't. It's like it's hard to really understand how much value this first game has. Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So look, like I'll bring up that NA finals, right? I was in the I was in the pools, right? My first match was against Peeling, and I lost that game, but it was a close set, right? And I'm thinking to myself at the time, I was like, damn, it's close, but that was the first game. You know, I still have more games to go. I lose to my next two sets, and I win my last one. And then I looked at it, and I was thinking, if I had beaten Peeling there, I would have qualified. But instead, I lost, and I was like last place in my pool. So one game from against Peeling cost me a chance to make top 8, and I had no idea because that was my first game of the round robin. You know, it's like you don't know that, but you have to know that though, and that's the hard part.
In that situation, we just talked about the Knee CBM one from this finals, right? Knee had beaten every single other person in the group. CBM was his last opponent, right? And I don't remember the characters he picked, but he didn't pick Fang, right? But he switched to something else too after that, I think.
Against CBM, he picked Paul last.
Yeah. So I was just thinking like, it was a really weird choice. And I was thinking to myself, like, does he know that he needs to win at least one game here? Because he's beaten everyone else in the group. So he's like, he's probably thinking like, I'm chilling, you know, no problem. Let me just play with some Brian and some Paul right now. Which he has, you know, probably had some success against CBM in the past with, but it cost him, right? So if he had used Fang even one game there, he might have been on the winner side of the bracket, right? So it would have been completely different, maybe. So it is very hard to keep track of what you need to do, even when you've beaten every single other person in the group except for the last person.
Can cost you, just like that.
Wasn't there a similar situation the other year where it was Shadow and Arslan? And even though
that was
Shadow
just a math, like we're trying to figure shit out, nobody knows.
Yeah.
The rumor is that Spag told Arslan if he loses one game, that he's done. So he has to win a 2-0 versus Knee. So then he goes and loses the first game to Knee, and he's like, whatever, I don't care. And then he just like plays whatever in the second game, and Knee beats him 2-0. But then after they're like, wait, if he had won, if it was 2-1, then maybe you would have made it through still. He's like, what?
Exactly.
So like, it's confusing, bro.
Yeah. But it's so the one thing they have to keep is the draft. That's like the one thing I want them to keep.
That's what we all want.
It's hard for I hope they can figure out a way to keep that hype in it, but somehow also make the format a little bit more digestible.
Yeah,
that's a good word, Ricky. That's a good word.
We'll have to see with that. But yeah, that I think that's pretty much all the hot topics for the round robin part of it. And then Sunday, of course, we had the top 8. But before the top 8, they had a Tekken Ball exhibition tournament. Did you guys get to catch any of that? I mean, we have a Tekken Ball tournament champion right here, Ricky.
And I refuse to watch. I was I that's not my Tekken Ball.
What? Why?
No, I haven't seen it actually. I've not seen a single second of it.
Wow.
Honestly, I was a little butthurt. I was like, you have to beat all these guys, man. You know, honestly, I was supposed to go I signed up for the LCQ, but I wasn't able to make it. But I was asked to be in that because they thought I was gonna go. So
I was
like, I would have been sick if I could have gone and
that would have been
one more time, dude.
I wasn't supposed to be. They asked me to be in it.
Yeah, that means you're supposed to be in it.
Well,
it
didn't happen, unfortunately.
Dang.
So that's why I didn't watch. I was butthurt.
Wow. It was good though. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun.
Seeing everyone try stuff out. I like Obama trying to use guns with Nina. That was pretty sick. Like to shoot the opponent and before the ball can get to him and stuff. I like the idea there. It didn't work out for him, but it was cool. Markman
I like
was the champ though, right?
Yeah.
He had Law. He relied on Law. The nunchuck seems pretty cheap. But you know, I mean, that was cool. Markman as a champ. He took out Steve. Steve did really well too. But afterwards, Markman came and gave the crown to MYK while he was sitting at the commentator desk. What happened, Mike?
I don't know. We were just laughing the game for like maybe 10, 15 minutes before they jumped on stage, right? And then the commentators, me and Posh Slice, we got like maybe like 10 more minutes than that. So I got like maybe 20 minutes with the game. And we were just laughing some cheap shit. So I was thinking like Jack, right? I'm like, how good is Jack if I charge up his punches in this mode? And I'm like, round start, serve, full charge back 2. It adds like 60 damage to the ball. And then like full charge up forward 1, boom, right? I was messing around with some Law like Markman was as well. Alex Man was the one that told me about the nunchuck deck. Just fucking do nunchucks all day. It's super good. And also Tornado Stays sends the ball like straight up and then like tracking towards them. So that's just actually really good. But then and then I also tried out Devil Jin. I think Devil Jin is decent as well. Just like up laser all day, so that you don't even have to worry about reflecting the ball. The laser just does it for you, and then you just hit the ball however you want, you know. Or the laser will still become a power hit on the ball if the meter is full. So there's like a lot of tech there. But yeah, it's I don't know. I'll just showing them some stuff that I found from like 10 minutes. And
I don't know. I
like,
just came up with this in 20 minutes. That's what they gave me.
They dedicated their win to you.
I don't know. Like up forward.
I don't know. They gave me the crown.
Seems pretty good with Jack. All I'm saying.
He wanted to take you to prom, dude.
All right, so MYK is the Tekken Ball champion apparently.
But I'm definitely gonna play Jack if we play Tekken Ball. That shit is
all right.
pretty
I'll
cheap.
use Law. Let's go,
bro. So the thing with Jack, up forward 1, the full charge one. So you get one of those on the ball, right? And let's say they block the attack, right? They block the attack, and then you have like half of your super meter on the bottom, right? If they get hit by another charged up forward 1 and they get hit by that one, they're dead. It's a full life bar gone.
Jeez.
Sounds like the rule set needs updating. Use the lighter ball, bro. Come on.
That game is kind of cool. That game's gonna be bad toxic, but in a good way. I'm just trying to see Ricky and BL go in on that.
You know, it's like I don't know why I get so much credit for being like Tekken Ball, like, you know, good when all the clips are just BL shitting on me. I'm not doing anything sick in those sets. I'm just playing regular ass Tekken Ball. BL's doing all the sick shit, and then he ends up losing the set. So it's like I get credit for it, even though he did all the cool stuff.
Just tight.
Good shit, Ricky. Good shit, Ricky.
Keep it up, Ricky. Keep it up. Yeah, Law still seems good. I can't wait to try out more Tekken Ball, man. And it's going to be an online mode for it too. So we'll see. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, Sunday was, we got the Tekken Talk thing where we got a bunch of news. Like they signed up with a bunch of like brands and stuff to make merch, which is
God. I forgot what you were talking about. I was like, what? I was so confused when you started this topic right now. Yeah, they had like a billion slides and they were joking about it, but they were literally marketing stuff like nonstop. I couldn't believe how much stuff they had for Tekken. It was cool though that we have Tekken stuff.
Does Tekken and UFC have the same homies? Because they had Tap out in Tekken 6. They got Venom in Tekken 8. It's like, what the fuck? What are all these MMA brands are getting into?
Yeah, there was a lot
of fight, bro.
Fist meets fist.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Tekken Talk was kind of whatever. I think the biggest thing they announced that I didn't know about was they had like the lobby system change, where it now supports up to like 16 people in one lobby. That's so crazy. I think before it was like 4 or something, or you know whatever it was, and now it's 16. So it's and you can have multiple simultaneous matches. So it sounds like it's like the Street Fighter 6 lobby system.
Oh, good, yeah.
I think it's 17 or 17 people in the one lobby because for one spectator.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if you want to run a tournament and some like you run a tournament and you want to do streams, you can have you have 16 matches in your one lobby, and then you as a spectator can go and jump into different matches.
That sounds cool.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah. Pretty dope.
Yeah, that was the biggest announcement I think in there, other than all the marketing
stuff at the end.
So
yeah, and then you had the opening movie cinematic that they showed as a trailer.
That was cool.
And then at the end of that, they showed Eddy Gordo coming back as the first DLC character to Tekken 8. What do you guys think about Eddy and his new look?
Are we all hating on the design like everyone else is because
Killmonger?
It's too popular?
Not me. I like it.
I think it was okay to me. I think it looks okay.
Yeah.
I can see why everyone's complaining about it though, that it's like an overused hairstyle now because of Killmonger. But whatever. Not a big deal. I'm sure it's like Paul Phoenix where they'll put the standard hair back in there, like option 3 or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's even
shots like preset. I hate it.
I'm sure it's even a preset. So you can still see classic Eddy as in tournaments and stuff.
But we gotta complain about his new look, man. He looks like Phoenix from Valorant. I messed up too, and I said he looked like Lucio from Overwatch, and I didn't realize Lucio came out before Black Panther, so there's no way he stole that hairstyle. Lucio doesn't even have that hairstyle, anyways. But yeah, he looks cool. I actually don't. I don't hate the design either. Like, I think the design's pretty sweet.
since like they've been revamping the character design, like Lei, like it's obviously a default one where a preset for Lei for his old style, but I liked it because they're going with a different route. Everyone's been crying about, Eddy for so long. And obviously this is his new design. And yeah, I could see that, that similarities across the board, right? But at the same time, I still think the design is a refresh take of him, So, I mean, yeah, keep it, run it. I like it.
I mean, they're definitely not going to change it now.
Yeah,
Who
they're not gonna
cares?
change
They
it.
don't give a damn about what we think.
Oh, I know. I mean,
They left Paul's hair the
the
same this whole year, dude. They ain't touching shit.
Yeah, yeah. What they need to fix is Law's face. That's for sure.
Bro, they need to fix Steve's face.
Oh.
What do you mean,
Nah,
Lost face?
Steve is really buttery, dude.
Steve got the mumps, man. He's fine.
He's got the mumps.
The mumps.
What did they do to my man's cheeks, man? Why does he talk so much? God.
Everyone talks a lot.
Everyone talks
Tekken
that Fang
8
talks
now.
too. That was
God
pretty
damn.
cool.
Speaking of that intro, right, where everyone's like fighting on the battlefield, what the hell's up
Wakanda.
with that?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
That's
it's
the
the
Battle of Wakanda
Avengers
from
movie.
Avengers 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see like Paul and Law like fighting in the field, right? In my mind, I'm thinking these two guys are like they're on their own doing some other scheme, and then a war breaks out around them, and they're like, oh shit.
They're just pretending like,
Yeah,
we
they're
gotta
like,
fight each other.
You fight me real
Wait,
quick.
Mike,
and then
what are
they're
you playing? You're playing the
walking
other
away.
trailer, right? I haven't seen this yet. This is the one that came out today.
You
Yeah,
haven't
I haven't
this
seen
yet?
this.
No, I haven't seen this yet.
Play it now. Play it out. Hard. Let's
He's
go.
playing it now.
Oh, he is
It
playing.
is.
That's why I'm
fun.
watching it.
Mm-hmm.
The text bothers me. Why is that too like that? Dude, because the thing that bothers me is like they do it for the word the, but then they don't do it for the word the all the time.
The and the right there.
No, because they'll use the or something when it's like a proper noun or something. Either
Bro,
way, it bothers me.
I still like Harong's like new look. That shit is cool.
It was good. I like it.
Yeah, I like it. Lee though,
Bro.
I don't know about Lee's. I don't know about Lee's, dude. Here we go, Butters.
Bro, Lee and Lars, I think are wearing the wrong outfits. They need a swap.
Yeah, dude. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I said. Like, why does he look like Lars? But if you play that chapter 1 of the story mode, it shows that like they're working together or something.
Yeah, but since when is Lee on the front lines, dude? This asshole says
Yeah.
excellent and stuff. Like this guy's
He's a
not on the
supervisor.
front lines.
Marvelous.
Yeah. Oof. Cool,
Got
bro.
the fight lounge, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like they put
See,
a
look, it
lot
says
into the
look,
story.
to the maelstrom.
Not that.
Avengers!
This-
End game part 1, bro. It's the
Yeah.
ending.
Dude, that was pretty cool.
Damn,
Look at
Peacekeeper?
this. That's cool. I like that.
Bro, she's dead, right? Like, how is she supposed to survive that?
Oh, look at this.
She'll be fine.
Heihachi comes out.
Like,
and shields
That would
her
be sick
from
if
the
she
blast.
died right there.
Grand
In the
opening,
intro?
grand closing.
Yeah.
Never coming back to Tekken again.
Well, I mean, so that intro, right? Like, I think it's cool, but it still kind of bothers me that it's all like story mode cinematics for the most
Mhm.
part, right? They got that one part where it's like Tekken 5 throwbacks with like the random colored panel behind each of the characters.
Yeah.
But overall, it's still like a bunch of story sequences again, which I don't know, it's okay, but it doesn't feel like an intro still to me. It just feels like a cheap way of doing an intro.
Because you're just gonna see it in the story mode anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's almost like spoilers for story mode here in the intro for you. I bet you
Guess
they
that's
ended the
good.
battle for Wakanda. you know?
I never thought about that because you think about like all the intros for like especially like the older Tekkens, but none of that, like, remember that Tekken Tag 1 footage where Lee's in like a Mercedes S2000 or something driving it around? Like, you've never seen that clip anywhere else. Like, it's
Exactly.
only
It's just in the intro. Yeah.
That is wild. Yeah. Yeah, what the hell? Now I'm mad.
We've been robbed.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's kind of a bummer. Because, I mean, 7 was really bad because it was all story mode stuff and like nothing else, right?
This one's the
But-
opening movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the opening movie. And like, there's a lot of cool throwbacks in here to like the past intros, like the birds. I didn't know there's
Tekken
always birds.
5, yeah, like
And
the-
6.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Yeah, 5, 6, and
Bird, 6.
8.
Oh yeah, the bird
Yeah, 6 has
is
a bird
like
too.
yeah, at the beginning.
Remember at the beginning?
Yep.
Sky.
The music.
Oh, yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I'm right here.
Damn, Jin.
What the hell did you say?
Nothing.
I'm right
I'm
here.
I'm right here.
Oh, no, no.
I'm right here.
I didn't say
God.
that.
Oh man, he's a big fan. He loves Tekken.
I'm doing the stuff I do.
I do. Loves this shit.
I'm right here. That's good. That's pretty funny, dude.
And this scene with Brian, he's holding this guy forever. It drives me crazy because it's like so long.
What else is he gonna do? Drop him? He's
He's like
laughing.
the camera's panning in while he's holding him up. He's like laughing. He's just holding up the whole
What?
This part reminds me of Tekken 5.
Forever.
This part reminds me of
yeah,
Tekken
this
5.
part.
Classic.
That's what I'm talking about. Other than this, everything else is story mode, right?
What was up with that part where they had Jin looking like Keanu Reeves on a log out there?
That's the throwback. This part, right? This is a
tag
throwback
one,
to
right? Tag one,
yeah,
Jin.
tag one intro.
The promotion art, yeah. And the intro, yeah.
And that's Jin sitting on the chair, and I think Six's intro.
Long Paul
I guess, yeah,
fighting
maybe
each
that-
other.
Yeah,
they're-
everyone
they're
else is fighting
cahoots.
Jack. They're fighting each other. There were some cool theories about that. They were saying maybe
Yeah.
it's like one of them turned to the bad side. Now they're actually enemies, and they're not friends anymore. I'd be down for that.
Dude,
Which one? I
don't
It has
care.
to be Law.
Either one. I'm sick of this.
Steve
They're both
ditches
dumbasses storyline.
Both of them. I'm down with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, Steve got plastic surgery and now he looks all messed up. And they don't want to be friends with him. It's not Steve left them. They left Steve.
No, Steve left him because Paul death fisted him in the face and messed up his face. That's all that happened, bro. It makes a lot more sense that way.
It does actually make a lot more sense that way.
Yeah. So yeah, there's the intro. That's the new one.
Mhm.
It's cool. It just,
Oh
It's an
yeah,
intro.
almost forgot. How could we forget the Eddie?
oh yeah, the Eddie.
This
And
was
did
cool.
did they do the whole motion capture from scratch?
Probably
That would be
not.
crazy.
Probably some new moves
That's-
and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like they refined it with the new. There's some new movement to it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks sweet.
I don't
who,
like
all
it.
right, who do we think? Name our
Oh,
three.
pause it here.
Oh.
Damn.
Name our three.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hmm.
I
Are we
saw
are we,
some-
are we gonna say
someone's-
legacy character or just like anything?
Whatever you
let's
want, man.
assume. Let's assume. You could say whatever you want. I assume there's gonna be 3 legacy characters. Actually, you know what? Nah, maybe 1 new character or a
I
guest
think-
character.
I'm kind of shocked, honestly. I forgot about this, but
I feel
They
like one of them
announced
gotta be
Eddie.
Lydia.
Lydia?
Gotta be. It's like, why
Hmm.
even add her so late into 7? And then that's it.
Dude, I was thinking,
Imagine
I
if
was
it's
kinda
Lydia
shocked.
Fakabra.
Yeah.
oh god, that would be so whack. But I was saying I was kind of shocked that they didn't have like a big, non-Tekken character announcement at this for the finals, Like I
Mhm.
really thought that we're headed towards Tifa, right? Because
Nah,
of like
nah.
no, because Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is coming next month.
Yeah, but I think that's something you can do somewhere else.
Okay.
Like at a Tekken final where it's Tekken related and it's only Tekken, you
That's
got
what they
to.
announced Noctis.
Yeah.
The
And
TWT
it's-
Finals
and that's the reason
2017.
and that's the reason why they haven't done it since.
I guess
they
so.
Left, they left Noctis in San Francisco with Aris with Aris is like talking shit about it.
Mhm. Whoops.
I didn't think they were gonna be I don't know if it's even gonna be a guest character this season either. I like the one I saw on Twitter that I'm down with and I know is 100% not happening. It was like someone, Gonryu, and JC, not Julia, JC.
Oh, I see.
I'm with that. Get your ugly face out of here, Mike. with that face.
AC.
Damn.
JC's way better than Julia, man. First of all, let's get that out of the way.
What?
And then second of all, yeah. Damn, I don't know.
Second of all,
I'm trying to figure out the third character. Gunjack.
No,
What?
no
No,
way.
man.
yeah, I want
don't-
Bruce back.
I can't
I
see
want
him
Bruce
making
back,
it
too.
back though.
I want Bruce more than Falconrom. Fucking yeah.
Hell yeah.
Of course, everyone does, but that's unfair. Falcon never had a
Why?
legacy like that. Let him
His
build.
leg-
His
He had a
legacy.
chance to build his own legacy and he failed.
Yeah.
He got nerfed. It's not his fault.
no.
He was
Him
just
having
a
to
test
get nerfed is
character
what
for
ruined
all
him.
those guard breaks, man. For 8, he was just a test character for that.
Yeah.
He's a dummy. He's never coming back.
Mm-hmm. Bruce back too. Come on. It's a
Back
good ass
to yeah.
move.
That'd be
They're gonna make it a heat engager, and it's not gonna be as good.
Oh, that would be interesting. That is a good way to do it, actually. Huh.
Bruce
Not
would
bad.
be sick though.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna get, I would say like since Eddie's a returning legacy character, Summer would be like I don't know, a non-legacy.
I
like
can tell you
reveal. Like
3 characters I don't want. It's like
Tell me that.
okay, go ahead.
Anna, Cooney, Marta. Oh, and Katarina, please don't. Yeah, make it 4.
Yeah.
I think
Damn, the
probably.
TWT champion character you don't want back?
I think you're good. I think you're good for 3 of the 4. I think one of those characters will make it in, and I feel like Anna.
Anna will make it in, I think.
I think Anna and Marta could come in. They're a duo, bro.
No.
They're not a duo, man. I mean,
Since Tekken 5.
and only
Wow.
Tekken 5, and we never
Wow.
bring
They're a
that
duo
up ever
ever
again.
since.
You can't bring it up ever again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's in the past.
Never happened. Yeah, I don't really have
No-
many characters I want. But
No
I
Lay?
seem like
No, nothing? You guys don't
no
want
Lay
Ganryu?
Suiken? You don't
I
want Lay?
honestly think for this whole season, like summer, autumn, doesn't matter, winter, Lay won't be in this one.
Yeah,
Like-
I also concede Gonryu's not going to make this
Yeah,
season.
I don't think those.
Damn.
Well,
Damn, that's so sad. What are you gonna play,
Yeah.
Suiken?
I'm too sad to think about that shit already. Game is out in like
Aren't you hyped?
in
8
only
days
a few
away,
weeks,
man. Get
bro. And
hyped.
I'm legit excited. Like, for me, I'm excited because I'm seeing all this content. I'm seeing all this cool shit. All the characters are revealed. I'm like, I'm really getting hyped right now, right? Like ping pong, I'm done. Like I'm gonna quit that shit. I'm gonna quit that shit.
You
and
just
start
bought a
playing
new
Tekken
ping
again, right?
pong paddle.
That's
Mhm.
true.
You bought a new weapon.
Who are you
Fuck
gonna
that.
use
I'm
though?
gonna
No,
walk
for real.
over- look at this. When I walk to my shelf over here, my cabinet, I'm gonna see nothing but arcade sticks, not ping pong like paddles. Okay, bro. I'm gonna go over there, dust
tables,
them
your
off.
ping pong tables. Now you're set up.
Yeah,
for your
just
Tekken.
bring it up, push these to the side. No, I am sad, but I'm used to it. Like, like for 7, Lay wasn't a reveal for me.
Damn.
You know? It was the truth. Like I was like
Oof.
sad. Like I was more sad in 7 for sure. Because that was the first time I hadn't seen Lay, and I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
But
I'm just gonna make top 8 at
Yeah,
Evo.
exactly.
How about that?
Maybe
How
Lay
about
should have
that?
left
That's-
forever ago.
That's what, here's what I'm
man.
saying. As someone that also lost their main, it's like a good riddance. I can't
Oh,
wait.
you lost both your characters too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I can't wait to learn a new character and be cheap with someone else.
You know what I
Or-
noticed, Ricky?
or
As soon
play
as we both
bears.
dropped our other characters and got our
Mm-hmm.
OG characters, we sucked after that.
You both dropped off.
we both fell off after that.
Now you know what
Like,
happened
ooh.
to? No, you know what happened to? The first tournament we played at was the DreamHack Anaheim or something. Was it DreamHack? I don't remember what tournament it was, but we both did well. You got second, I got third with
Oh,
our
right,
old
yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
And I think that gave us false hope.
Yeah.
We should have gotten eliminated
Like,
somehow
oh,
early.
we're
but we
working
got-
with something here, Ricky. Let's go.
we did good that one tournament and then never again.
It'd be
Damn.
like that. Dang.
But I think that's the hard part about this game in 7, right? That I've come to realize is that you love your original character. Like for us, like I love Lay to the extent like I'd rather lose with Grace than win with like, with top like broken characters or something, right? I don't know. I don't care. Like I really like having fun when I play. For example, final boss. Couldn't have done it without
That was
Eliza,
amazing.
right? Like
That's one of my favorite moments in Tekken 7.
dude, thank you. I appreciate it. It's one of my favorite moments too. And the fact that people really had a good time watching me play, right? That was like my big moment, right? I was like, I didn't win anything, but
Yeah.
let's be real here. I clowned the shit out of speed kicks, right? But at the same time, he was being a good sport about it. But he got clowned on,
That
and
was
it
the
so
first ever
fun.
final boss, right?
Yeah.
Was that the first ever final boss? I think it was.
Yeah,
right?
I
We
was
didn't
the
know
first
that the
final
final
boss.
boss concept existed.
Yeah. And I entered that tournament originally, and Nate Monster hit me up. And Nate Monster was like, hey, I'm going to take you off the bracket because we had something special lined up. And I was like, what? Like, this is the day of the tournament. The day of the
Oh,
tournament.
really?
The day
Hey,
of the tournament.
we don't
I'm
want
like,
you in this tournament.
logging in, grab one of my arcade sticks. I'm like, okay, this is the one, go over through
You didn't
rec, and
realize
then
you were going
get
into a
message on
promotion.
Discord. Oh, Nate Monster hit me up. What's this say? I'm going to take you off the bracket. Okay.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't notice that.
Why? Why? Why?
Excuse
And then he
me.
tells me, he's like, hey, look, you're not gonna play the tournament, but you'll be our final boss. And I was like, the fuck is that? What the hell is that? What are you talking about? And then they tell me, and then I said, who else knows? He's like, no one else knows. And I said, don't tell Rip. Don't tell anybody. I want everyone to be genuinely like surprised, right? And they're like, okay, yeah, we got an intro for you and everything. I'm like, all right,
That show
cool.
was hype. Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
and then I didn't know who I was gonna play. When I found out it was Speed Kicks, it just added more because what you told everybody, because we've been like going at it at Wednesday Night Fight and stuff like that, and online and everything. So we've been like playing each other, right? So I was like, oh, this is perfect. And I went in like just in the mindset of like, oh, I'm gonna do all the fucked up shit, all of it. Like I'm just gonna mess with them, right? And it just worked out.
It worked out.
That was it.
Dude,
Yeah.
the jump over back turn 4-3. Just like
Twice in a row, though.
We just call that shit
That's
the sweet
smart.
kicks now after that. That shit
Yeah.
was wild.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he was a good sport about it too. I talked to him like, a little bit later, and I was like, dude, I was just playing, having fun. He's like, yeah, it's cool, man. And we like kind of squashed it and stuff. But shit, dude, I did not expect the backlash he would get when everyone kept calling, oh, he's getting retired on again, or all this stuff like that kind of followed. I was like, damn, that was crazy.
Good times. Good times.
Causing all these problems out here, man.
Seg in the chat says, hold the fuck on. Nate didn't tell you until the day of. Seg, you got to realize this is how Suiken tells stories, all right? You just got to accept it as is, you know?
Dude, what are you talking about?
exactly.
This was the time
know that it's bullshit,
that
you know?
these guys were like telling us shit last minute.
Look, I still remember the story where Suiken tells how was it Cynic just stream skyrocketed a Mountain Dew out of someone's hand or something. It's like, oh man, you know how it is. The story's a little
I was
fabricated
just
every
holding
now
my
and then.
Mountain Dew. I was gonna drink that shit.
You see
Some
the green
motherfucker
sparks
kicks the
instead
shit
of
out
blue
it,
sparks
flies
because it's
in the
Mountain
air,
Dew.
and I'm like, bro, I just paid $2.50 for this shit from the liquor store. So I
Yeah,
feel like,
expensive ass.
bro, you gonna replace that? No one replaced it. I was already pissed off.
Damn, green spark, Mountain Dew, just stream sky. Not even blue.
Delicious.
But
It
man,
was fucked up. Yeah.
yeah, we'll have to
Let's
see.
talk about that top 8 though. I want to
Yeah.
talk about this top 8.
That top
Just
8.
because-
We'll see what characters you guys play in 8. But yeah, top 8, final Tekken 7, TWT Finals. What'd you guys think?
Arslan. That's really all I could say. He's like, bro, that guy is not even he didn't dominate the top 8 either. That was the sickest part. He had actual fights in front of him. And he just managed to I got this. It was like
the Ulsan winter final.
Yeah, he is
Bro,
too
that
good,
set was crazy.
I'm so happy he finally was able to just finish it out to be like the definitive, like, look, this is my game. This is my game.
That's what it's
perfect.
like.
As much as I would have loved to have seen the knee Arslan set, that's the one thing I wish we would have gotten that top 8.
Exactly. That's what we missed in this finals.
Yeah, but you know what? That's on me. That's not on Arslan. He did what he had to do, and that Tekken 7's his.
Yeah.
My favorite thing too is like he had that tweet before all this happened, like weeks ago, where he said like, even if Atif gets the visa, I'm still winning. You know, and they didn't even meet. Atif got the visa and he still won. You know, like so all that ended up being true. It's like the perfect ending, dude. And like even when you saw the top 8 bracket, right? Because 2019 was when he came on scene Evo Japan.
Yep.
And Evo Japan obviously is a tournament full of like Japanese and Korean players, right? And then you got this kid from Pakistan there basically, and like he beats everybody. And then you come to this final bracket in Tekken 7. He's got 6 Koreans, 1 Japan, and 1 Pakistan. That's it. So it's him versus everyone all over again.
Yeah.
And he wins again. It's like the perfect intro and outro to Tekken 7.
Yep.
Dude, it's a storybook finish for sure. I mean, I think that's what the story was going into it, right? It's like, who's the MVP of 7? What if Nee takes the last one? Does he become MVP of 7?
Yeah.
But it's just
I think he would have.
Yeah. But then the fact that Arslan was able to do it, especially after that fucking winners final set with Ulsan, dude. When Ulsan second to the last round, he hits that backswing blow with Kazumi, and I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. And then Arslan had him pinned up against the wall, and I was like, he's gonna rage art a low parry, and then he just froze, dude. And I'm just like, Arslan's getting in that ass right now. That shit was nuts.
Pinned up
dude.
against the wall,
Bro,
getting in that ass.
He was giving him back shots there, dude. That shit was crazy.
Storybook ending, yeah, fairy tale,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah,
What kind of storybook are you talking
just how I
about?
want my fairy tales to end.
Everybody loves a happy ending.
Oh my God, Mike, shut up. What else is notable about the top 8?
Well, the other thing that was sick about
God,
Arslan winning that tournament is that all of his sets were not double jeopardies. He played someone different. He played low high first, Ulsan second, and then CBM at the end. So he beat everyone else that was in winners with him. So he's like, not only am I going to be the winner, I'm going to make sure all the winners lose to me.
Yeah, and shout outs to CBM for beating Ulsan too, right, in the loser final.
That was a sick set. That was a good set.
Throughout the year, like, their teammates KDF, right? But Ulsan's always been like the top guy on the team. And then you get to this finals situation, and finally Ulsan loses to CBM, and CBM gets to be the guy in the grand final. So that was tight. I was hoping CBM would bring out the Jin if he was losing, though, but he didn't bring out the Jin at the end.
Yeah, that's what I thought he would do too towards the end. But man, the comeback too and everything, like, it was such a good set. Oh,
damn. And then Rangchu taking out Knee early on in that loser side. The like Rip was saying, the low high versus Arslan definitely seemed like low high was going there on a mission. He's just like, I gotta do it for Korea, it's just like
he tried.
Yeah, low high definitely had like one of the most impressive years, just because he's like, you know what, I'll start later. He's like, yeah, I'll make it later. And he turned all his homework in late, but it was like so high quality. It's like, all right, yeah.
Dude,
but wasn't that just like Kudon's though?
It was kind of like Kudon's, kind of like
true.
Who else? Yeah, Kudon did that. Jimmy used to do that all the damn time. Although Jimmy started early and then just quit late. He was like, I'm gonna turn all my homework real early and then just never do anything later.
Dude,
Joey too. Joey Fury was the same this year too. Like he kind of showed up late and was able to sneak his way in.
Yo, shout out to Joey though, because he took out all those EU guys, 2-0-2-0 to close out his group, just to like put the stamp on it. NA greater than EU is tight.
Damn. NA over EU in Tekken Ball too. Just better luck next time, guys.
I'm not even surprised.
Better luck next game.
I'm not even surprised.
That's the one thing. Well, you know what? Luckily for them, there's a new game coming out in a week, because if this was the last event and Tekken 8 didn't come out until June, they would have to hold that till then. You know how much shit Suiken would have talked for those 6 months?
I'm still talking shit. New game or not, doesn't matter. New game, they can still be 3rd or 4th. It's okay.
Dude, that's that moment in the low high Arslan set though, when Knee came up out of nowhere
to
my coach low high. I never thought I would see them, and then you see like Latif coming up for Arslan. I was like, bro, the collective power level on stage is too damn high right now. It's actually insane.
I always thought, like, when I saw Knee come up there, it was like that was a big significant thing for old school and new school type of thing, right? Like passing of the torch. Like he's like, they were like, I'm out, but you know what? We gotta win somehow.
He was even eliminated, and he was still in at that point.
Yeah,
he was still in it.
He was still in loser bracket.
That was winner side. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
second set.
Shit, my bad.
Yeah. So like he was like, yo, if you lose, I'm gonna beat you and eliminate you out of this tournament. And then ranked you beat me. So it didn't matter.
I really wish they were mic'd up, just to have like a good quality coaching. Like,
you could have heard all that.
Yeah, there's certain coaches that want to hear what they're saying, because some of them just seem to have the magic beans to make fucking anything work. What the fuck is Fear saying to anybody, dude? Fear apparently is like the best goddamn coach of all time.
That's what I keep hearing. I just want to hear what he says too.
Yeah, because in my mind, he's probably, well, the thing is, Fear's a good player, so I know he's smart about the game, but how much info can you really give at that moment, right? In my
I don't think he's giving info. I think he's like just play like FDX, you got this. It's like, what? It's
giving him brain teasers up there, using the shit out of him.
Your FDX, just backdash, motherfucker, you got this. Like, oh, yeah, that's right, I am.
He just goes up there, he's like, this is FDX's game to win. Just
damn, just powers up like that. Yeah, it's so simple. Now I want him to be like the inspirational like coach in the corner of like UFC fighters when they're down. You gotta get back in there, breathe, motherfucker. Slap him in the face a few times.
Throw a splash of water at him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, if they were mic'd up, it'd be crazy just to hear what they had to say. Because I don't know what coaches say. Because anytime any coaches tell me anything, I'm like, I got you.
In one ear, out the
Didn't
other.
hear.
Yeah.
I just
Didn't
want
hear you.
I just want to know like what they say. Is it a valid thing? Because I want to make fun of it. Like I want to know if it's good enough, right? like you go in there and be like, it's going low a lot. Try to block those. Like, like say
some of
something
the-
dumb like that, right? I want to know what they're saying. You know, like, oh, really? He knows you can't
Improvement.
break throws, so duck him.
That would be sick, actually.
It's pretty wild seeing how it's like a lot of NA new school that was pretty dominant in LCQ, and then you see like
Mhm.
a lot of new school Korea that was really strong in the top 8. You know, you have
Mhm.
CBM, Ulsan, and Lohai, right? Lohai, I think, is the oldest one out of them, but yeah.
He is. And he did
He's
the
the
worst
old-
out of them.
Maybe he's the oldest player. How long has CBM's been playing for a minute though, right? He's been
Yeah.
around since like
CBM is pretty close. in
6.
age, I think.
Definitely
He's
been
been playing
around the
even longer
buffet a
than
few
6, I
times.
think.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So in terms of like at least legacy skills, CBM's an old fart.
hmm
Shout out to those Koreans. He definitely he's like 3 times like Ulsan's age at least.
In Tekken years, yeah.
Yeah,
In Tekken years, probably.
Second
Yeah.
years down.
Damn. Tekken years. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was everything for the finals, right? Top 8.
Pretty much, yeah. Last one ever. Arslan, undisputable, best
Mhm.
ever to touch the sticks
Mhm.
in Tekken 7. He's the champ,
Yeah.
man. He's definitely the MVP for the game forever. This is history now.
Yeah, forever. And I think I tweeted something like, he's going to go down as the best player of Tekken 7, which was the best Tekken game. Like, I don't know if
It
Tekken
could
8
be.
will be the best Tekken game. Like, Tekken 7
Yeah.
is, though, for me, throughout all of history, right? So, like, he's the best Tekken player for the best Tekken game. Like, that's pretty
Yep.
sick.
Yeah, I,
think
mean,
I-
it's pretty. I think
Yeah.
it's pretty undisputable that you can say Tekken 7 is like the best Tekken, just in terms of the fact that it's lived the longest out of any
Yeah.
Tekken. The
Mhm.
competitive scene's bigger than ever, right? So
Yeah.
the fact is, Arslan is not only the best player, the best Tekken, but it's also the most competitive Tekken, one of the
Yeah.
biggest Tekkens, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
longest running Tekkens.
Yeah.
We can't even say who the best player is, from Tekken 6's era. Like
No.
we have guesses, but
Yeah.
we can't definitively say.
Maybe
right
Me
now
or
is-
Nin. Yeah, that maybe.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
we could jump around, but it's like right now we could definitely say like
Yeah.
it feels like Arslan is the most dominant, the best player, just because
Yeah.
he's the most consistent.
Dude, that's the crazy thing, too,
consistency is wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's impossible.
when you look at the long history of Tekken 7, right? Like I was putting together that video that I tweeted, and in it, I found a clip from Combo Breaker when Knee won. It was 2018 Combo Breaker, right? And so in there, there's a clip where I'm just talking to Markman. Knee wins Combo Breaker. He also won BAM. He won Evo Japan. He won this other final round. He's undisputed the best player on the planet. And like that's what we said. And then like 6 months later, whatever, Evo Japan happens like, oh, I guess it's not undisputed that he's the best player on the planet.
Yeah.
It just went from
Crazy.
this to like that, like whole world flip, dude. It was so crazy.
I mean,
It would have
you know
been
what
Knee's game.
I mean, the thing is too is that like if Tekken 8 didn't come out in 1 week, right? Let's just say hypothetically Tekken 8 doesn't come out until 2025. There's no guarantee that Arslan would be the best player for the next year either, because of how competitive Tekken is right now still.
Mhm.
So it's it is sick though that he gets to end on top, but like because like if Tekken 7 had ended back in 2018, Knee would have been like, oh yeah, Tekken 7 was Knee's game, 100%.
Yeah.
If it ended in 2017, it would be like, oh, that's JDCR's game.
Oh man,
it's
it's like
like
point.
Yeah.
there was a
that's
lot.
crazy to think about. Yeah, just a little
Because that's the thing,
eras.
because Tekken 7 is the only Tekken in like ever that's had like quote unquote arcs. The Echo Fox
I
era.
fucking love
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I
Right?
love
Like,
that
that
Seven had that.
Then it goes into the Kudons, Kudons era. Then
Yeah.
Knee starts building his dominance up.
Mhm.
It's so sick that like
Yeah.
Tekken got to live as long as it did to build so many different storylines.
And then freaking COVID hits. Think about this, dude. This is the
Yeah,
wildest one, right?
true.
Like
Yeah.
COVID hits in the middle of Arslan's debut, basically.
Yep.
Right? Like he wins 4 Evo titles anyway without 2 years of
That
Evo.
is crazy. That actually is.
He could have had
crazy.
another 4.
Yeah.
Which
I-
is, like that's insane to think about, right?
That's
But, like,
wild.
Yeah.
Just imagine that, dude. If if Evos were running throughout the COVID
Yeah.
years, and he did win those 4, like he'd be like it's like Justin in Marvel 2 back in the day, right? Where it's just like
Yeah.
100% the best, winning
Yeah.
every tournament. Why bother
Yeah.
entering? He's in it, But
this is insane.
it is crazy. The fact that he was able to be good throughout that entire,
Yeah,
break
and
too.
even when you think about that, right? Like his world debut, I'll call it 2019. He just won this last week, 2024. 5 years apart, and he's still that good. Like 5 years is a long ass time to maintain that level of play with this much competition now, right? So it's like mind blowing to me.
I remember when we did an interview with him when he came to KIT, remember?
Mhm.
And he was recently signed with Red Bull, I think recently, right? That's why he was coming out to KIT. I think that was his first US tournament, right? Like outside.
I don't remember.
It
It
might
was
have been,
close because
yeah.
that was January 2020. So yeah.
Yeah, because I think that was his first official like.
No, he
Red
came in
Bull.
Evo. He was an Evo before that.
Oh, Evo, right, yeah. And then he went to KIT, and I remember we were talking to him, we interviewed him, and we had a good time, right? And it was like such a like very good story, like the story of how you were saying, like his debut. He came out like he came in, he got sent to losers. He like lost his wallet and all this stuff. I don't know. I'm just adding that part in, but like it was such a horrible like adventure for him in Japan. For him to go through and then win it, right? And then coming over here, and then you get doubters and people like, he ain't gonna do it again. Who is this random guy? No one knows what he was doing and stuff. And he continues to proves, at every tournament that he was like the most dominant player coming up right now. And then the whole arc came over with Knee and him, like who's the best between the two. And then the war broke out. Like it was like crazy, right? Because it was like literally like that. Like from the sidelines, if I was watching it, I was like, oh, I know Knee. He's really good because I'm kind of an older player. So I know Knee. Who's this young guy that's coming over here from Pakistan that's now kind of like, being dominant. Who's it going to be? And then it was like, then the internet was going left and right. So it was with COVID and everything, I really would wish to see more of Knee and Arslan. Like I wanted to see that more of that, right?
Finals,
yeah, we all wanted to see more of that. But this finals is no doubt in anyone's mind. At least I would hope in anybody's mind that Arslan Ash is the greatest. So, man, it's kind of crazy.
I don't know. I still see Kenny type fluky stand in all capital letters in every chat room. So
Kenny is one of those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Just stirring the pot for no reason.
Yeah,
it's not unanimous, unfortunately.
Damn, but it is.
It is.
With everyone who counts.
Yeah. You know what's funny too, right? So you brought like his first tournament, or at least for I think the first major tournament was Evo Japan 2019. He played me in that tournament, and I remember when I had to play him after he played against Chanel, and everyone that was lined up to watch were all in that line of the bracket towards top 8 because everyone knew it was like, oh, this guy was the one that beat me. This guy's also in losers, but he's fucking everyone up. And
wait,
I'm afraid we got to
Arslan at Evo Japan?
I
2019?
I lost.
You could have changed history, Ricky. This is crazy.
Dude, what's up with that?
Bro, if you would have saw that match, there was Doctor Strange looked and there was no outcome that I won. 100%.
Zero. He said zero.
Impossible. It was zero. Dude. It was not that 1%.
Doctor Strange like reference constantly now is like solidifying that you only know
the
that
callback to it too. Bravo.
It's funny too, right? Because I remember the exact order of the players too, because we were all watching it. I was like, wait a minute. So I'm watching him play Chanel. I'm next, and I look to the right. This is Lohai. To the right of him is Koki, the Japanese lead player, and that was his path to beating us to make top 8.
Dude,
wow.
You guys were in the fucking like the
we were just in line, just like
meat grinder at the factory, the slaughterhouse and shit. The arson just fucking come on next one.
Put your hand in there,
bro. Because at that point we're all watching. We're just like, dude. All right, Chanel can beat him, right? Like, he can't be this good. And then he's like, Chanel had a decent set, but like, nah.
No.
And then so like I play him, and I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, he's playing Geese. I got Akuma. Akuma does well against Geese. If I would have stood still and pressed nothing, I would have did better. I'm 100% because every time I did something, it was countered immediately. Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, it's different. It's already big levels to it.
I had no idea all the time that you played him then.
Yeah, it was because that tournament was crazy because I did so well just to face Jimmy and Arslan at the end. I'm like,
God
all right, I
damn.
lost the top 8. It's
Yeah.
2 top 8 players, that was sick, but it was just like the way Arslan beat me, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to be here. Not yet. Not yet.
This isn't my
Damn.
time.
Yeah. It definitely didn't feel like because he was, I mean, even then it was like, damn, all right, he's good, and then he wins the tournament. And it's like when you saw him in top 8 playing so well too, it's like, who's gonna beat him? That's a legit what I said. Who can beat him? Because the way he beat Low High, the way he beat all these other players to make it there, it felt impossible. And it was because he won.
Yeah.
But it's like,
And
it's
AK was
been
there
like
with them in
that
the grand
since.
finals too, which is extra
Yeah.
wild.
AK had a sick run too. Him and
Yeah.
Jimmy had a 6 set. That was
Oh,
that
that's
top 8
right.
was crazy too for that Evo Japan because it was so international. There was so many different countries in that top 8.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Yeah, I think I had commented the first Evo Japan top 8, and it was kind of like whatever. Like the tournament wasn't run well and everything, right? So then when this one happened, we weren't really expecting much of it, And so I remember commenting like we were just losing our shit. I think it was me and Mark, and I was like, "Bro, this is like the craziest thing. I can't believe this is happening at Evo Japan. It just didn't make sense to me."
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a game changer for sure.
Yeah, like you guys said, man, there was so many arcs in 7, right? There was like the Echo Fox arc early on, and then Kudon's returning out of fucking nowhere, winning the whole thing. And then you got Pakistan explode, and then you got like Knees dominance, then you got Pakistan exploding onto the scene. I've never got to experience anything like that for within one Tekken title, because it's always been
No,
so fast. Like every 2 years, it's like a new Tekken or something.
yeah.
Don't forget the Japan and Korea arc at one point where they kept doing tournaments versus each other. Remember that?
They still do that too. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like that was like Japan and Korea, and
yeah.
like,
That's what we all paid attention to before we knew about Pakistan.
Exactly. Yeah,
I mean, not even just Pakistan, right? The Tekken 7 was the first game to really show, hey, look, this game is worldwide because South America showed out too. Like this, let me. I would have
And
never.
EU.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. That was you're not supposed to laugh at that, Ricky. I was serious.
and I'm not.
But it's hilarious.
Oh man, he's been around.
Yeah, but
been
like
around.
never mind.
Germany, especially with like Seppi
Yes.
Black,
Seppi,
HK
that's
Jr.
true, HK Jr.
It's
That's
just
true, yeah.
so crazy how strong everybody's getting,
yes.
you know?
So many
Freaking
different
Rama.
regions showed out and showed that they were, this game is worldwide. And I think the top 8s for all these major tournaments have shown that too. Just when you would look at a top 8 before for like Tekken at like an Evo or something, if it was like early in Evo's life, it was all Americans because no one showed up. Then when like it finally became internationals, all Koreans, right? It's like, damn, all right, well, it's not our game anymore.
And that's the hard part about looking back at the arcs, right? Because we all talk about the Echo Fox arc, but like no one else was traveling during that arc. It was like Echo Fox versus America, Echo Fox versus EU, and then finally like Knee and them get sponsored too, right? And so now it's like, okay, now there's a bigger battle. It's not just the Echo Fox boys, right? And so then it was kind of back and forth. The Knee and JDCR handshake at Rev Major, etc. Right? So
yeah, that was
there's like a lot of like
history.
Yeah, right. And then after all that, then we get to did EU come on a seat in between there anywhere?
Who?
EU? Did they do anything in that early era? I don't remember. Because I remember, no, I'm seriously asking, because I remember Fergus was sponsored by UIU and he was like at final round. But like I feel like he didn't have like big wins back then. At least at the big tournaments.
It's hard to even remember when, like, I feel like we only saw EU, at least for us, right? Because I don't think EU really traveled to America that often early in the early days, right? But it felt like because of the world tour being, having, like back then it was, you had 5 NA, 5 Europe, 5 Asia, right?
Right.
Yeah, you had to split evenly. So it's like that was the only time where you actually had like the EU guys and the Asian guys and the Americans all show up in one venue and just like play each other.
Right.
I feel like that part initially was like what helped branch out. So now like all the EU guys would come to America, all the Americans would go to EU. Like, everyone would travel more often just because it felt like, all right, we there's so much more to be seen out there because everyone's playing it now. So it's. And Tekken 8 is going to be cool in that regards too, just in terms of how sick it's going to be for every country to be playing it.
The Tekken 8 Red Bull Pindrop event is happening this weekend too.
Oh,
tomorrow, 9
Is it
p.m. PST, I think.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, sick.
it's one day
Yeah,
event.
Do you have the lineup? Because
I remember some of them. It's Cuddlecore versus Super Kuma is the one I want to see.
Yeah, that's the one I'm most interested in.
Anyone got the link?
Yeah,
Drop it
because
in the
that one is
chat.
dope because Super Kuma obviously doesn't have a Kuma anymore.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like
I
either
know
gonna be
the
Jack
matchup.
or it's Lee.
I remember the matchup. So it's that one. It's Joey Fury versus
Ayo
Richie. They're doing the Red Bull letters run back.
Golden letters
Oh,
run back.
snap. Okay.
Anakin versus Joka, also a good set.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're doing Sephi Black versus Gosane.
Yeah.
Which is weird because who's Sephi gonna play? I don't even know who he would play.
I don't know.
I know Super Kuma's probably gonna play Lee. He says that that's gonna be the main character for him. Because I know he played Armor King Lee in Tag 2, so
he made a post during like the beta times that he was gonna try to main Jack, but I don't know if that's still true because Lee
more recently it's been Lee.
Yeah, I think unless he just doesn't have enough time to practice Lee in that situation.
Right.
I'm kind of also curious as who Cuddle's gonna play in that match.
Sephi's gonna use Shaheen, the chat is saying.
Wow.
Okay, that's sick. Shaheen. I'm very interested to see how just the initial character matchups play out because I'm very interested just to see like how everyone plays these characters early on.
Nice.
ZTS says Super Akuma's Lee is LMAO.
Capital letters. Yeah.
Lee players are just like law players, man. No one gets along in these communities, huh?
I think that's also true.
Law players get along.
Uh-huh.
Some law players.
Most law players.
Lay players get along 100%. I don't think there's no
players are cool, I think. But yeah.
I think Steve players are kind of cool.
Something's not right.
There's only a couple law players that don't get along with everyone else. That's all.
Yeah.
But that's enough.
There's a couple of bad apples in the bunches, dude.
That's
what
what
to do about
our
it.
entire community, man. You guys,
man.
the Lee guys, all beefing with each other.
That's true. I got a faster slide, bro. Fastest in the world.
Yeah. Like it's always the silly stuff, dude. Like what?
Wasn't my fault it was faster. Shit. Why are you bringing me to this?
Well, the match I'm actually looking forward to the most, though, I think outside of the Cuddlecore Super Kuma one, is the Joey Fury Ayo Richie matchup.
Yeah.
Just because number one, they both have their main characters, right? I think and it's gonna be sick, just because I think Ayo Richie's Leo is so
sick,
odd. Yeah. It's like it's odd in a good way. I hate the fact that he stands there and holds forward. Like when he does that, I'm watching. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And then he gets a hit.
Yeah,
and that shit bugs me, and I'm like, I don't know why.
That reminds me of like T6 James. He just like holds forward for like, what are you doing? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
it really. That's the reason why.
I hate it when James did it. You reminded me of that.
Yeah,
that's the reason why it bugs me.
You always feel like you can hit him.
That wasn't the connection.
He's hitting forward.
Now I know why it bothers me. All right.
I want to
watch both of them play each other.
Same thing.
Yeah, watch them play each other. That would be sick, actually.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the race to see who's gonna start off strong.
Yeah, simultaneous release.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna be so crazy.
Right,
because
before we
started off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Before we jump into 8,
let's just
Asia got it first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Simultaneous release at 8. We'll come back to that one. But before that, let's put a bow on 7. You know, any personal favorite moments in Tekken 7 or personal favorite like moments that happened to you or that you've seen or that has stuck with you in 7. You know, me personally, I'll throw one out there. Ricky's fucking super against Knee, bro. Like,
hell yeah.
I remember being in the fucking crowd for that. That shit was crazy. The whole room was just like, did you guys
the Rickstah Knee
super. Everybody stood up, dude.
Mike, pull it up. Why don't you pull that up real quick? Because
I will.
You gotta see it to believe it. If you guys have never seen it, chap, I'm sure you guys all have. But the one thing about that,
I gotta find a good clip,
dude. The one thing about that is that you see the whole background. You see everybody in that room just electrified, standing up on their feet. Ricky praying to God, like it was crazy.
I feel like that moment though, I put it up there with like it's almost like the Daigo Perry moment to me in Tekken.
Yeah,
like, there's not many Tekken moments that are that big. Yeah. Where the whole crowd just like erupts as everyone's like, "What the hell, bro?" Yeah. Oh man, here's the match too. And my favorite part of my commentary in this, I don't really like, but I curse in it a lot. But everyone only hears the first part.
This guy's so unprofessional.
Like, during the slow mo, I'm like saying like, "Holy shit!" And then like it was like, "Oh my god," he said shit. No one ever gives me anything about the rest of it because right after I'm like, let's go, let's effing go, and I say it, but everyone's so bananas that no one even hears it. It's the best.
This moment's alright.
Nah, bro. Don't sell yourself short, man. That shit was tight.
Dude, this moment
It's
sold
cool.
copies, bro. You sold an extra
Yeah.
million
Yeah.
copies just for like this
Yeah.
moment.
5 million copies, bro. We
Like,
weren't even
right
at 7
here.
million at this point, I don't think. You know?
I thought it
You know,
was
so-
over right here. I was like, this
so-
dude got him.
he didn't
like,
have
randomly-
any bro.
I
Bro.
hate this.
Here it is.
Damn.
I don't hate this part. I hate this part, right?
This
This
one right
part is
here.
sick.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You
No,
you
they don't-
Go
they don't
back.
catch-
Go back to Knee's expression.
They
Go back to
didn't
these
catch
expressions,
my
right?
expression.
Yeah,
I fucked
it's
up.
both at the same time, right? So
I
Ricky
fucked
looked
up, though.
back, right?
Yeah, I looked back at the crowd, and that took
Yeah.
me out of the moment because then I looked at Knee, but I didn't see Knee's initial reaction.
Look at this shit, dude.
I don't like if you pause it right when I
Yeah.
look at Knee, it's like Knee's already back in. I was still like freaking out, so I was like, "Is he freaking out? Oh, he's not freaking out. Fuck, let's get back into it." Just like because,
well, no,
because
he
I
does look
was like,
away.
oh, he's gotta be
You missed
fucked
that
up.
part.
Bro, that shit
Yeah,
was
I
crazy.
I didn't look.
Yeah.
I looked at the crowd first because I was freaking out still. So I fucked up because
Oh
I
my
looked at the
God.
crowd, then I looked at him, and he was already back in the mode.
Yeah,
If
he
I
was
never-
zoned in. That's crazy.
Yeah, if I had never looked at the crowd and just looked at him and I saw
That
freaked
shit
out,
was
then I would have been like, all right,
crazy.
I don't
maybe
know.
I got this.
He rolled his eyes all the way to the back of his head when you hit him with that shit. He was like,
Oh yeah,
and then he came back.
There's another reaction. Was it Esteban? Somebody has it. I forget. But yeah, if anybody
Yeah,
has
this
that,
is
Esteban's
link,
the-
angle that shot.
that
Esteban
angle
has
is really
the
good.
has
Yeah.
the full angle of it.
Yeah, there's that
Yeah.
one. Combo Breakers had some epic moments too. That same event was the Anakin Knee
Knee
Grand
set.
Finals, which was
Yeah.
really good.
That
That
was
set
a
was
really
hella
sick
good.
set.
And then
My
just this past
favorite-
Combo Breaker with the Arslan Knee, the reset that happens
Ooh.
Oh,
with time
yeah.
wind down and Arslan's
Yeah.
back dash for his life and Knee just barely gets a life lead.
Dude.
And Knee's reacting, he like puts his arms there like, oh! and then like
Yeah.
Is that
he
a roller
stands up.
coaster?
That's funny, like, he sits for a moment, and he's all like, I should get up. And he's like, he takes his stick up and he stands up and he walks away. He's like, I need a moment. I need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe that shit either. That was crazy, dude.
That's
Oh,
when you
dude.
know the match is serious. You gotta just
Yeah.
take a walk. It's like fuck it.
Nah,
you saw how he
dude.
came back with the Ricky moment, but he got the reset. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I gotta leave.
Dude,
you gotta
the
take a break.
little Majin run at Evo that year was
Yep.
super sick. Like me and Ricky doing commentary, I remember that too. That shit was
Mhm.
magical for sure.
Yeah,
That-
his match with
Top
Noroma.
32
Oh
run?
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
and
his
the
match against
Pecos,
JD.
the Roma, yeah, JD to start off the top 8. If you guys weren't there, just being in the crowd, we were in the front. Dude, and then you just hear all the noise from the back of the room because like that's the first year I think they put the screen in the front of the stage, right? Before it was in the
Yeah,
center.
one side.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like the noise was all coming in from different sides and stuff. But then that year when they put it at the front of the stage, and we were at the front too. And then Majin beats JDCR, you just hear like the wave of noise from the back. Just like that shit was sick, bro. It's really
What's
set
that, like,
the theme for that top 8.
It's like
It
you remember
really
those
did.
THX commercials where it's like, but you got the sound blasting you in the face. It's like the other way.
Oh shit, here it comes.
It's just the other way. Majin hits a giant swing and you're just getting blasted from the back.
Yeah.
Dude, that was an epic ass Evo too.
Yeah, I mean, so many of the Evos were sick. So many of the finals were sick. Like the one moment that I'm always think about is the low high Atif set
Oh,
where he
that
did the
rage
rage
art?
art off the
Oh my
board.
But was that a
God.
Teep or was that a Wise Honey?
A wise.
Oh,
It was a
Ice Honey,
wise.
that's right, yeah. Oh man, that
was
shit
a good one.
So good.
That was the one I was in the crowd and had the 360 camera. I
360,
think
yeah.
yeah, so I have the 360 recording
That's a
reaction
good
from
video,
the
by
crowd.
the way.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I didn't know it was gonna happen, obviously, but that was sick.
It was the perfect thing because it's like you saw it happen. It's just like right when it hit is when the rage art armor activated. Everyone was like, he lost. Oh, like no one thought he would have just done that. But that's low high though. Low high
Yeah.
is like style is so crazy like that, where he just make those like seemingly like irrational decisions, but they
Mhm.
pay off.
Bro, this shit is crazy.
Yes.
And this is 360 cam, so I think we can
Look at this
move
guy.
anywhere, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got his fingers through his hair and everything. Just
Oh,
pulling on
Pakistan was
that.
in front of us. That's right.
Yeah, they were.
So you got to see their
Yeah.
reaction, which is a little heartbreaking.
Yeah,
Bro.
right here, right there. Oh my goodness.
I think you can pause it and look around too when it KOs.
Oof.
Everyone's mouth is open,
Is that
dude.
Steve?
Like,
It might be. I don't know, bro.
Hella
God.
jeez.
No, I love this video just because you can pan it and
that.
pause it and look around and see what any moment,
Look
you
at
know,
this,
it's sick.
dude.
That's actually crazy. 360
Hey, go back a little
cameras.
bit and start off from the back.
Shit.
Start off from the back when it happened. Yeah.
oh, we got super. You're sitting
Yeah,
right next to
Super come in the
super.
I
back.
didn't know. Yeah, I don't remember.
Look at this. Dang.
Oh,
That's-
oh, there's
is that
another.
Saint.
That's
Saint.
that's a. Oh, is that Saint?
I think so.
No, that's Rip.
Shut up. It might be Saint.
No, I thought that was a Jack player from Australia.
Damn, that girl's holding her boyfriend's hand so hard right now. so tight.
Look at the crowd, bro. That's
Dude,
so
that's
tight.
so wild. Look at this. Look at that.
Dude.
This is such a good capture, Rip.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Sick. Super sick.
It is Dion, right? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Dion, not
Gray.
Saint.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, the GG sweater.
That's right, Dion.
Damn.
Man, speaking of Dion, I remember the first time I played, and the only time I think I ever played him in tournament. I remember we played at Evo, and he beat me. And like during the match, he was talking to his friend while in the middle of a combo. He's like, "Hey, Saint's still in the middle of the combo," and I'm like sitting there like, "Hey, man, we're still in the match, dog. Come on,
Wow.
man.
Focus on me. Focus on me.
Focus up, man. Stop beating my ass.
I'm
You
here,
gotta talk
man.
to him, drop
Eyes
the
up
combo
here.
at least. Shit."
Damn.
That shit got me. I was like, "Oh fuck,
Oh,
man."
man.
I was still playing
dude.
Shaheen though. Those were rough days.
Off my most memorable moment, right? Wasn't even on the main stage, right? It was the first time I saw our new school, SoCal, right? Duke Wu Tang at Evo against Super Akuma. You guys remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
That one was that one was it was just memorable to me because seeing them succeed and beating EU up was a righteous pathway for him. Like, and then Super Akuma was hella good. He's hella good, of course, right? But to see the soul sucked from his body during the game, because they had the camera on him, he's all playing, and then he slouches down, he goes low into the seat, he's disappearing. It was like, oh man. And then like Duke, you know, he just like, good game, man. Shakes his hand, walks away, just leaves. Like it was like nothing. It was so cool. And then seeing now like just Sandy
doing the same thing with the King, SoCal King.
Like all these EU killers that we've developed, all King players too. But you know what? At the same time, it just makes me proud of our scene, but also seeing them beat the shit out of us now, right? like that's another thing. I'm like, I played against just Sandy. That's who whooped on my ass. I remember when this game came out, I whooped on his, and now, damn, it's pretty good.
I was trying to find the clip of Rip versus Locke at us Wednesday night fights.
Oh, that was a good one.
Those were some good ass moments, man. Like I think
WNF days, bro,
were something magical for sure. Because it's like there was that one off season where we had as low as I think 12 entrants, and I was just like looking at Suiken, I'm like, it's been a fun ride, dude. This is it.
Tekken 7's dead.
Yeah, this is it, man. And then next thing you know, like right up until the pandemic hit, like we were maxing out dojos and shit, dude. That was crazy. Like 90, 96 plus or whatever. We were reaching that, like, bro. And Vegas would drive down every week. Like those are some hella good times, man.
Dude, the fact that when we started at WNF and we only had like 7 entrants in the beginning, 7, 8, 10 entrants or something like that, including us, right?
No, there was like, more than that when we started, right?
Okay, maybe like 12
one week during the off week. I think it was second week after, you know how like we had seasons, right, for points and shit. We had the off season. The second week we had like I think low as 12 people. I was like, oh shit,
dude,
this is
the night I decided to like ask Fi to take over, like we literally had 4. Like we ran a round robin. That's how small the entrants were. And so then I was like, what is this, dude? Like what the hell happened? Because obviously I wasn't there every week. So I was like, all right, let me go find if I can actually run this shit on my stream. So that's when I took over. And then from there, like, you know, we didn't like explode immediately or something, but that was the first time we started running match arenas for events. Like I remember we had like a match with like $150. Like we got $150. Holy shit. You know, like it was like crazy for us back then. Like, you know how many entrants you would need for that? You know, it was like unbelievable. So we started having match arenas and everything. And then obviously everything blew up and everything happened afterwards, right? So,
Dude, I remember when Tan Man used to come and he would always carry. We used to do everything from a laptop, and
Man and
it-
BL, man.
yeah,
with
Tan
the-
Man and BL,
Mhm.
and
and
then
then
Billy
we would
running the
always like,
brackets.
yeah, we would
Mhm.
always struggle like in the beginning, like, oh God, who brought the setup? And did you guys bring this? Like, we were just clamoring to put stuff together, like,
Yeah.
and then oh man, they're late. Who are these guys coming? Like it was like, can we make, because it was always towards the evening, right? A lot of you guys
Mhm.
may have know, like it's like 7
Oh, yeah,
or
we
8
started
late.
mad
We started
late.
the tournament
Mad
at
late.
10:30 at
Yeah,
night on a
10:30,
Wednesday.
right? Dude,
9.
started
We were supposed to start at 9, but we
10:30.
started
Yeah.
pretty late. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, this is so late. You know, we would come home like 3 in the morning,
Yup.
you know,
Yeah.
sometimes later, you know, if it was
Mhm.
like more crazy. But and at the, you know, but the best part about it is no matter what, when you were there, everyone's having a good time. You stand
Mhm.
outside, everyone's talking. It was kind of like an arcade, obviously like arcade
The
feel, standing
closest
outside talking to
thing
each
to
other.
the
Yeah,
arcades
closest
is a
thing
con.
to it.
Yeah.
And then you go back inside. Oh, your match is up. Okay, cool. We walk back in, get our match streamed, and or playing it and stuff like that. And then just seeing it steadily grow. And then we started doing like the points. We started doing prizes. Our match arena would go up. Like we gave out arcade sticks. Like stuff like started happening for us, and
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Hey, this is really sick." And then like you said, Vegas showed up. These guys would drive 3 hours from Vegas, chat, all the way to play. It would be Way Gamble,
Jackie
Sam,
Tran,
Jackie
Sam.
Tran, yeah.
Jackie Tran, and they were heavy hitters. They were like a legit team, and I remember beating them
Them
up
fools are
though at
crazy.
Electra Cancel. But
Yeah, they're
at the
crazy.
same time, they were a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still beat them up.
But I mean that we gotta that's respect too to those guys.
Yeah.
'Cause it's crazy that they even showed up once, let alone
Yo, Way Gamble, sorry, at the LCQ also took out Cuddlecore. Like still,
Yeah.
like, he's
Yeah.
still playing, man. He's
Way
still putting in work
Gamble
out here.
was messing up knee during the local event too, and he kept bringing that up
Wow.
every chance he got. He was just like, "Bro, you know, casuals are only supposed to be first to 2, but he hit rematch right away."
He told that story real quick again, huh?
Bro, how come every picture I saw of Wayne Gamble at the LCQ, he was always right next to AO Richie or vice versa? It's like these two motherfuckers, Leo players, they can't avoid. I swear, the
That's
only
sick.
time I talked to Wayne at Evo, I was sandwiching between him and fucking AO Richie. Pause. But it was like
Ricky,
one of those.
Tall
was like,
ass
goddamn,
dudes,
dude.
too. Yeah.
He's all
Leo
jumping
players
up.
always
What
got
do
to
you guys
stick
see?
together.
What do you guys see?
Damn.
It's
Man,
been
Tekken 7 was sick, man.
wild, dude. And then we transferred from like Wednesday night fights to online because the pandemic hit with ICFC, and whew, what a crazy fucking ride, dude. It's been wild.
That one
Mhm.
was. I thought that was more harder on us because we did everything from home, setting up like how to get all of our cameras working. Do you remember
Yeah, we didn't know how to
that?
do anything. I remember the first weeks,
beginning,
like
right?
of the very first weeks of WNF Online, we're like, hey, we're gonna keep going. I'm like, what? How are we gonna do this? You know, like,
Yeah.
and then we just like I had to figure out how to stream. I'm like, I don't know. How do we what? Like we didn't know
Yeah.
anything. So yeah, it was good times. Learn a lot of learning really fast.
Yeah.
And we slowly expanded, right? It was like, let's do, can we include NorCal? We can include NorCal, right? We don't have to be the SoCal only. You
Yeah.
know, there's like Portland and Seattle and like
Yeah.
Arizona. Shit,
We
just
were
slowly
definitely
expanded.
hesitant on Texas. But
Mhm.
you know what? We ran with it.
Still sounds like we're hesitant. On
Yeah,
Texas,
I
to be
know, we
honest.
still are.
Tekken
Dude,
8.
the deck
I don't know
goes
about
good and all,
Texas, bro. You know?
but it still feels like we're playing someone from Asia when we're playing Texas.
I mean, have you seen the city of Houston? It's like it might as well be so far south. It's
Yeah.
so gone.
Yeah, Houston, Mexico.
Man,
It's a beautiful city. Never been.
Yeah. Man, dude.
there's
That was
been
like
so many adventures, man. Just from like the whole offline,
Dude.
online, all that stuff.
Remember all 4 of us going to Northwest Majors?
Yeah, that was
That
crazy.
was a good ass time.
That was a
The
good
Is that
elevator.
where we saw 4D, whatever?
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
we saw some Avengers movie in 4D
Oh,
or
yeah,
something.
we did. It was one of the last. I think it was Infinity War.
hey, I told you don't say that.
I know,
Remember?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Suiken
right. You're
trying to
still
hide it
keeping
from
that
his
shit
family.
up.
No,
Jesus.
you guys can tell the story. Okay, so I'll tell it. Okay, so we went to
Oh, God,
go
Suiken.
see Avengers, right? And I told my wife, Sandy, that I wanted to see it with her when we came back because she was really, and I said, hey, if I go see it, no one fucking say anything, right? No one swore. I swore these guys to secrecy. It was so funny because I was being dead serious, right? I told these guys, if you guys fuck this up, for reals, you guys fuck this up. This is gonna break me apart, okay? But
So
dude,
hard
no
to
one-
not talk
She
about
never
the
found
4D.
out at all. Probably until today, if she watches
Yep.
this, right?
Yeah.
Damn. On the
Listen,
couch.
we watched
I
I
got
hope
her
he
locked
comes in
'cause
right
I
now
got
and the
two
camera
kids
starts
with
smacking
her.
him in the head,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, no, she's
Rolled
not
up
going
newspaper, bro.
anywhere.
That'd be sick.
I mean, dude, the 4D fucking sucked.
Dude,
We were
they're
dizzy,
spraying
right?
water in our face, and I don't know where
Yeah,
that water came
yeah.
from. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
what-
What's this
I'm like-
coming from?
Recycled
Who
water.
farted?
It's
like,
like-
oh shit! Like,
that was
what the
messed up
fuck?
too. It's like, oh, Ronin's in Japan and it's raining. Here's water in your face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like
That
wind
was
and
crazy.
Iron Man's
spray
getting
and
punched
chair
in the face.
movement.
Here's a shock to your back.
It was pretty cool.
The chairs levitate a little bit too. It's like,
Mhm.
what the
Yeah, they
fuck?
move around.
Why am
Like,
I
why am I so tall?
Oh yeah, that shit would like tilt us and shit when we blast off
Yeah.
into space. I remember that.
Yeah, that shit freaked me out a little bit too. I was like, "What the fuck? Are you doing that? Who's doing that?"
It was a good time.
Yeah,
That was a good movie, I guess.
Yeah,
Forgot what happened.
me too.
Mm.
But you know, the 40 was. We remember the 40.
Tekken 7 and Adventures. Yeah, it's been crazy, man. Traveled all around the world for it, and now we got Tekken 8 right around the corner, and people not having their mains and new systems that we're worried about, and especially with no arcade release, which has been a very popular thing with all the Tekkens. You know, like Japan and Korea test the game out for like a year or two before it comes out to like console and stuff. And it gets big changes in those 2 years for sure. But this is the first time simultaneous release worldwide. So what do you guys think about Tekken 8 coming up in a week? So close.
I think the first patch is gonna have to fix a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
Just
The question is, when does that patch come? Like patch
Yeah.
frequency? We know nothing about this. Like it's all uncharted territory for them.
mhm. I mean, yeah, this is all brand new in terms of them not having an arcade release at all. So
Right.
I'm definitely a little worried, right? Just because the first version of 5.0, but there's a
Yeah.
reason why we call it 5.0, 6.0, 7.0. It's because
Yep.
we're not playing those versions no mo. It's like
Mhm.
it's 8. We're either gonna call this Tekken 8 or Tekken 8.0, and I'm not
Yeah.
sure which one.
Damn, we don't know yet. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really good point too, because even Tekken 7.0 was pretty rough, right? This
Yeah.
game to me so far, it's like it seems like it's not going to be like those games, but we won't know until we see it in tournament. I
Yeah.
feel like.
We just need to see people get their hands on the game. That's all. It's like
Mhm.
we need to see a lot of. Give it like 2 weeks, we'll see something broken. Like
yeah.
You think so?
Not like broken in-
I say like 12 hours we'll see something broken.
No
Yeah.
way.
I think
when
it's
I say
a race.
broken, I don't
It's
mean
a-
like tournament like dominating thing. I mean just something
No.
like weird glitches or
Yeah.
maybe a game breaking bug,
Yeah.
something like that. But
I mean, it's like the race to discovery. That's what it is. You know, like once the game is out, it's like being it's the start of the race, and everyone's gonna be like, "Well, I found this. This is like you can't break this or do something like that, right?" It's like it's just one of those races, and then they got to put their tag. Oh, I discovered this.
Yeah, the
I feel
Shido
like-
combo, the Suiken combo, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna.
You
happen,
think so?
yeah.
I really feel like
Yeah.
it's not. Isn't that weird?
No, it's.
I feel like
it's
we've
gonna-
seen- well,
watch
you know, first of all,
YouTube
there-
and
there-
everything.
There's so many crackheads that I
Yeah.
feel like they would have found it already.
But
Yeah,
there's
but
some
you think they're gonna
characters
show
that
it?
aren't in there too. So
Yeah,
Oh, for sure. There's a bunch. Yeah.
yeah. No,
I
yeah.
mean I could totally see it just being like balance wise could be unbalanced.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's
There's
my
a
biggest
lot of
concern.
things. There's a lot of things that could go wrong, but
Yeah.
I think that's kind of
Hachi.
it's always the way it is with new fighting games, right? We have no idea
Hmm.
how the games are ever going to be balanced or how anything's going to be broken. And at least with the past Tekkens, we've always had that comfort of what was an arcade. People played it. A ton of people have gotten their hands on it. A ton of people have a lot of hours on the game. So we know what the game is like. The only time they've ever released a game in the arcade and then on console that was still like pretty unbalanced was 5.0. Ever since then, like 6.0, 7.0, they never released those versions at home ever. What the
Yeah.
hell's this trailer?
This
Yeah.
is a
the new
commercial.
Mhm.
This is
I
a
never
commercial.
saw
Everyone
this.
headbutts everyone, and then Arslan and
Sephi Black and King J.
Definitely Black
Genius.
Panther,
It's
yeah.
Arslan and Genius are playing, and King J and Seffi are watching them.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all they're in this commercial. They filmed this in Thailand.
I thought they were doing the haka or something, like just putting in their
Put your
heads
heads
in
together, boys.
Yeah,
Everyone get together.
or rugby.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
Tekken.
I like how that nerd tips his glasses.
Yeah,
up.
like the
Why you gotta get nerd, bro?
the
Boy,
big
it's go
glasses,
time,
like
boys.
Dexter, like I gotta fix my glasses.
Shut up, you nerd.
Weird ass
Hey, that's
commercial.
the mountain from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
look, dude, this is Tekken
They
8,
take the
man.
week.
Yeah, that
too.
chicken
I
looks
win.
good, actually.
Yeah.
This is like, it's a throwback to that Mortal Kombat commercial, isn't it?
There they are.
Yeah.
Everyone runs and then yells at
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that was the boys.
This looks more like the dream sequence in Inception.
Yeah,
It's like I'm
Dude,
freaking out.
Even the dog's getting in on it.
Like, if you go back, oh, never mind. I won't bring it up. Forget it. It's cool.
What's the
She-
tagline after this, though? Why is everyone putting their heads together? Does anybody know the answer to this?
Ready for
What?
the next battle. Fist meets faith.
You know what? I mean, commercials are never supposed to make sense. If you ever watched old '90s
That's
commercials
true.
and stuff, like
They were
Yeah.
entertaining though. I like those old school.
Think about how
commercials.
much someone got paid to make this big ass budget. Like, all those extras got paid and shit. Like, dude, that's a lot of money for this concept, even.
That's a,
Like, how did
that
they
is a
even
lot of-
sell the concept of this commercial?
Yeah, that's right. Like, what is this like in their meeting? They got to be like, they put their heads together, and that's gonna signify that fist meets fate. Okay,
Human
run it.
centipede.
It's
or
for
something?
everyone.
yeah, I don't get it. But I mean, Tekken 3, they had a cow fighting Law.
Yeah.
It gets a-
Yeah,
It got me
not
to
the
drink
same.
milk.
You know what's my favorite Tekken commercial? Was like life, death, and it's like a fish jumping out of water and shit, and it's like choose this life. You know that T4 commercial?
I don't remember that
I
one.
don't remember that at all.
Play
I
it.
don't think
Put it on. Let me see.
Oh fuck, I gotta find
no
it.
I
way you
really
can
don't
find
remember
that.
that either.
They're going head to head. That's what it's supposed to be.
Head to head. That guy was all sideways on him. Like,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, how do you go head to 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 head to
Yeah.
head? All those. How many more heads can you add to a
It's
fucking
more like
head
head to
on head?
back. I agree.
There we go. I found
they
it.
should have did it like
Get
what
the
they did
spot.
for like
This commercial.
Zelda in Japan.
We're gonna get DMCA'd.
No, I have the music. Muted.
Get your ass beat, kid.
Sister wins.
Wow,
Cat or cat flap.
What?
Cat
This looks
flap
like
wins.
This looks like a fake commercial, dude.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Wow.
What the heck,
Anymore.
Mike?
Yeah, this is an old commercial.
I always get what I want. Bardic wins.
Jeez.
This is a whole.
I don't
hell
remember
of
this
a
one. What the
commercial.
heck?
Life wins.
Life wins.
I'm not sure it's real, Mike.
It's real. I've seen it.
What the
That-
hell?
That's an NZ. That's a New Zealand commercial.
Oh,
dog.
that
that
makes more
commercial never
sense.
existed in America.
Yeah.
Maybe
I've
that
never
commercial
seen
existed
that.
in Hawaii or something. What the fuck?
It's probably
Damn.
where I've seen it.
Well, cool. Second.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here then? Tekken 8 concerns?
Tekken 8, yeah. What you guys think? Concerns? Heat system? Blah blah blah. It's only a week away.
Yeah, I mean, my question is just how it'll be in tournament. Really, I think that
Yeah.
for the casuals, it's gonna be fun. Like they got
Mhm.
Tekken Ball in there. They've got online play for Tekken Ball. Story mode is all this stuff, right? So it's like the most cinematic story mode they've ever done for Tekken. I think I saw somewhere today that it's gonna be like 5.5 hours long. So
Wow, that's actually pretty
Longer than
long.
Call of Duty.
it's a decent chunk.
Wasn't it like
I
Mortal
think when we-
Kombat like 4 hours or something?
No, no, Mortal Kombat's like 12, dude.
It was
God
long,
damn. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Pretty
Mortal
long.
Kombat 1 is very long. But still, 5.5 is it's a decent length. So I
That's a
think
good chunk. Yeah.
when we played at the influencer event, I think we did like an hour and a half, maybe. So it's probably like triple that, which is pretty decent. So should be good. Should be a lot of fun. Should be fun to see your characters. And then they also have all the character endings too for all the arcade endings essentially. So there's a lot of
Oh,
content for
right.
casuals.
Yeah.
I still wish they had a bunch of other content modes like team battle,
Survival mode. Yeah.
yeah, time attack. Like I feel like that makes so much sense in an online environment when you have a global leaderboard, right? Especially with speedrunning community existing and everything. Like I don't understand how that doesn't really come back at this point.
Agree.
Yeah.
I think this game's
Yeah.
gonna, at least for a casual audience, I think it'll do pretty well. Especially like
Yeah.
their world tour mode. I don't know what they call it, but Arcade Quest or whatever. I think that like that's supposed to be like their kind of version of the tutorial mode, which was like what World Tour was for Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if they can do that thing well, I think it will at least help casual players get involved and learn how to play the game at a more than a scrub level. So that'll be pretty sick just to see how that works out for a lot of players.
I know I met a lot of people that played 7 and they were like, didn't know there was a tournament scene, right? And I hope that like for Tekken 8 that the players can play Tekken 8 and then define and figure, go into into the tournament, like if they want to play tournaments and stuff like that, like introduce them to that.
In that fight lounge area that Tekken 8 has, they have that one section where it's like a Tekken World Tour kind of section where it's like the head-to-head cabinet. You can see in the Arcade Quest too, but in that lobby, if they would stream TWT events live, that would be godlike.
Wow.
That was something I thought they were going to do for the. I don't know if they do that for the World Tour or the Battle Hub arena for Street Fighter 6. I think they don't, but I think like people were like saying like, I thought that was the whole point of that thing.
They have a
giant screen.
There's hella of giant screen in the Tekken Hub or whatever, so they should hella do that.
I remember back in Tekken 6 too. Like this is a long time ago, obviously, but they were talking about like having integrations with the game where like new community events that happen would show up on the screen, like when you log in or something.
Yeah.
Like we still don't really have much of that going on either, right? It's like hopefully they do stuff like that with this game because I know Killer Instinct did that. That was like over a decade ago.
Yeah, there's no. At least for like the Street Fighters or Tekkens, they haven't had any real integration with their tours or the competitive scene inside of the game.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I feel like Tekken 8 probably wouldn't do that yet either.
But you can't say that because in the Arcade Quest they mentioned the Tekken World Tour.
They do a lot.
They don't mention the actual tour, but they talk about it. So it is a real thing that exists in the game currently.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be sick if they could implement it. Like, not even just like show that it exists. Just showing competitive, like a competitive scene that exists for the game.
Yeah, like
in the game is like I think it will just at least open eyes to people. It's like, damn. People play this shit for real?
Like the Banner Pass style, right?
Yeah, that's
like
what I was thinking.
Something like that.
Exactly what I was
like
thinking.
Banner Pass, there's a leaderboard. People log in, they're in there. They're like, oh, this is the leaderboard. These top 5 players, Joe Crush, Joey Fury, all blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, damn, who are these guys? Gets people more interested into it, like introducing them to the competitive scene. So that definitely something be cool.
Other than that, I mean, I think just I'm interested to see how this game turns out competitively, but obviously every new fighting game, first couple months are always going to be. I feel like first couple months are always the most crucial for a new fighting game because if it comes out the gate like Street Fighter 5, where it's just like where the fuck are all the modes? Like Tekken 8
I don't think that this. Do you see it happening with 8?
No,
I don't see it happening.
But I don't. So the game itself, as far as I can tell, the game itself should be good as a video game. As a product, you spend however much $70 on it, and I would hope that you would feel like, all right, I got my $70 worth as just a casual player, right?
Yeah.
But as a tournament player, that's where it's like all the extra stuff we don't really care about. It's mainly how's the game going to play competitively,
and
what's broken, what's not, what's cheap, what is it, and the first couple months are usually a lot of cheap shit.
Do you guys think it's gonna? Do you guys think the Street Fighter 6 model will work for Tekken 8? Like one patch a year,
not touching it,
just letting it rock.
Hell no.
No.
So more frequent than one patch a year. Okay, every 6 months.
I just don't believe that they're gonna nail it. Like now, I feel like they're gonna need a couple of versions. Like we've seen this across, all the arcade versions in the past, right? So I don't think that's a surprise. I just hope that the patch frequency isn't crazy. If there's like a patch every couple weeks, like I'm tuning out, bro. So you gotta like have like sizable patches at a decent interval that like you can fix things and not have people pissed off the whole time.
Every 3 months
it's a hard balance.
3 months, 6 months.
I think like what Tekken 7 did was fine. Like I don't know what their schedule was like. It felt pretty inconsistent, but
see the thing with 7 was already fleshed out.
That's true too. Yeah.
Yeah. 7 had multiple versions before it even had FR. And then after FR, that's the version we got to console later, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would have to hope that there'd be a lot of good or early patches to fix any like major
I
bugs,
feel
but
like
balance wise, I don't think they'll
Mhm.
touch it that much.
I feel like the general trend has been when a game is new, put like a couple patches in early and then let it chill.
For a little
Which is
bit,
like
yeah.
a decent strat because at the beginning of out of the gate you don't really know, right?
Mhm.
But players always find answers anyway. So if you give them time, they'll find answers. It doesn't matter if whether it's like, hey, like Kunimitsu, we let that rock for another additional year, which is crazy. So like, what's their tolerance level for what they think is like bullshit or not?
Very good points.
I think they'll, especially for the first couple months, I don't think they'll do anything major unless it's like game breaking.
Broken.
That's it.
Do you
Yeah.
guys think we're
if
gonna see like big system changes? Still?
No.
No? They're done.
there's no reason for it, and the big system changes will only be for like a new season or new whatever.
I think
so.
so.
You can't do that in the middle of a season. I think once you kind of commit to a season idea with the DLC or whatever, you're kind of
Mhm.
you're stuck there.
I agree.
Man,
Damn, Panda.
crazy. Well,
That is crazy. 2 bear slots.
people
But
say
they're different
that,
this time for
but
once.
it's like I think they just wanted that nice even 32, you know, and it's just like
Yeah, then put Bruce in.
I agree too, but people are like it's a waste
Punches
of
for
slot.
Kuma, kicks for Panda, man.
I would
Yeah,
have
but they're
preferred
different
that too.
characters now.
Yeah, they got
Now
one
they're
different
different
move.
characters. Oh god.
Different enough. They got different intros, man.
You know, they create however many characters they want, right? And how many slots they wanted. So
I mean, I was shocked that there's 32 characters.
Yeah,
that's
a lot more
I thought
than
it'd
I
be
thought
less
too.
than that.
Huge.
Yeah.
I was thinking like 24-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Less than 30 for sure.
32 is a big number, but I mean,
Dude,
Yeah.
2 seasons later, we're at 40 already. So it depends how long they're expecting the DLC characters to come out, right?
Yeah.
Damn, I just had a thought like, what if like they put in just like one DLC pack, all released at the same time, and it's like Negan, Noctis, Akuma, and Geese. You know?
they want to make sure they lose their player base like crazy.
Yeah, exactly. The Tekken 7 guest pack. Boom. They're all back.
Oh, what do you guys think about that? About the what was it? The 72-hour DLC unlock.
Oh yeah, pay to win, baby, pay to win.
I mean, they're making us
for,
pay.
for 3 days.
3 days early
Right.
access.
I didn't even look when I heard that. I legit thought it was a 72 hours, as in like free play. As if you want to test the character,
Yeah.
don't want to buy it. That's what
That
I
makes
thought.
way more sense, honestly.
Yeah.
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 So when someone said it was just 72 hours, I'm like, oh, who cares? It's like if those 3 days make a difference, and we have a bigger issue at hand, and it's not it's not the 3 days, it's the fact that 3 days makes a big difference. I mean, Tekken 8 sucks.
It's the content creator pack, essentially, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That
want to
makes
be
sense.
streaming this on
Mhm.
time, or you want to be behind the times. You know, pay for it. That's what it is.
Who's this old guy, by the way?
He's from the show Succession, Brian Cox. I started watching the show. It's
Because
whatever.
of this trailer.
Well, I'd heard about it before the trailer, and then he was in the trailer. I was like, oh, now I gotta watch it. You know, so I watched the first season. There's 4 seasons. It's alright. It's whatever.
Damn, you
I heard it was
finished 4
good, but I
seasons
never
already?
watched.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's only 10 episodes, 10 hours.
And you can't finish Baldur's Gate?
100 hours,
bro. What the fuck?
That's what I put on when I go to sleep. I'm watching shit from bed, bro. I ain't streaming Baldur's Gate from bed. You know, come on.
You can if you
Baldur's
wanted
Gate-
to.
Baldur's Gate is
Damn,
not
you just drop 'em like that?
10-hour expedition, dude. That
It's
game.
hella not. I've already put in over 10 hours in Baldur's Gate. And I'm
Isn't
more
that
like
game
one.
100 hours worth.
I'm
of
still in Act
content?
1. I'm not even in Act 2 yet. There's 3
Bro,
acts. I
you
think.
have a week. Like you need to get on it, man.
Nah, it's not happening, bro. My streams are
Have a
going to be
week.
all Tekken 8 and then like an
Yeah.
hour of Baldur's Gate per day or something. You know, and then eventually in like 100 days, I'll beat the game.
Nah, you gotta
Sounds like
speed run
you're
through
just
Baldur's
gonna.
Gate. You just gotta.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
gonna flush that game if you don't finish it in the next week.
You gotta,
No, no,
you gotta
no.
just. You gotta just go through an all evil route where it's like I just choose the worst option here.
Dude, my option's always terrible anyway. I don't have to be evil. Also, I had sex last night for the first time. That was crazy.
What the fuck? Where did that come
Wow,
from?
dude.
In
Wait,
Baldur's
what?
Gate.
Oh,
In
my
Baldur's Gate.
God, what the fuck?
In Baldur's
What
Gate.
the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Let's go, Rip.
Crazy.
What the fuck?
That's my boy. That's my dog. That's my dog. Get in there.
In Baldur's Gate.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Who was the lucky?
You're
who was the lucky guy?
gay. Let's go.
Yeah, you're definitely dropping balls in those.
Did you get with
Clips there.
what's that rogue's name?
Rogue?
That's crazy. The way you just said that, like, what?
Yeah.
What was I supposed to do with this information?
NYK was shocked.
Yeah.
Oh man. Game's good. Check it out.
Talking
No
about
rip, no
back
buy.
shots earlier.
Good times, good times. So it seems like we're all just like, we'll see how Tekken 8 turns out. And I
Basically,
think we're
yeah.
just worried about like how frequent or not frequent the patches are going to be and how impactful each one's going to be.
I also do hope that their online capabilities work better in terms of like the lobby
Oh, hell yeah,
systems.
of
Yeah.
course.
And the benchmarks and on the PC
Yep.
side, they had the stutter issue with the, what do you call it? The shader cache thing.
Shader, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
hopefully that's all fixed too.
Yeah.
Damn,
I mean, the demo runs. This new demo runs way better for me than the beta test. So
Mhm.
that's better, at least the start.
Can I
Yeah.
block anyone that's under like 420 benchmark? That would be a sick setting.
I don't know if they're doing that, but they should, you know.
Probably just turn on. You'd probably just turn on crossplay and just turn off it. Just decline anyone that's on a PC. PlayStation's
You
only.
got to buy the PS5 version and turn off crossplay, basically. I think that's like the biggest concern about the online. It's just the PCs that are under spec, that are still trying to play online and running at like 45 FPS and just making everything terrible.
Yeah, hopefully that's not a big concern. I just hope that in general, just that the online lobbies and all that stuff work well. Like I want those battle, like the little arcade areas where they have like, you can group up in a big ass group and just randomly play people within that group. Like I want that to like be popping.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
do well.
Yep.
Just so that you can just randomly walk up and like say like, all right, everyone could join my, like, us as streamers, like join my lobby 16, go to this setup over here, play, and we can all play each other, just get a random session going.
That sounds sick.
Yeah, I would love that too.
But all right.
Damn, my sleep schedule is gonna be all messed up.
It's all of us, man. Tekken 8, I already got like corn dogs in the freezer. I got some cup of noodles. I'm ready to go, dude. Like,
Mike's got the sausages again, huh? You got it, Mike.
You guys always tell me
love me
I'm
corn
giving him
dogs.
too much shit about the kids' spaghetti, and this food's got fucking corn dogs.
What the fuck's wrong with corn dogs now, bitch? Like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Can't eat shit around here.
Corn dogs and cup noodles, man. You are going back to the broke high school or college days, man.
Like,
I
dude,
just
come on
need
now.
quick and accessible food, super quick. I just throw that shit. Throw that shit in.
Cereal, milk.
I gotta grind rank for like
Bro's
12
living in
hours
the
and
past.
shit. Come on, man.
No lie,
Bro,
this is like
That's what I make my kids.
this is gonna be a good game when you're gonna play, and then after a certain time, you're looking at the time, you're like, I should eat. It's like when you say that, that's when you realize like, oh shit, this is a good game.
No,
I'm just
I should
constantly eating on stream. Strats.
I think the worst part is, like, for me, is not the eating part. It's like playing at night and then like playing till you see the sun come up. That's the worst part for me. And
That's all me and Mike do nowadays. It's every day.
Dude,
Yep.
You guys are crazy.
for me,
I
it's
haven't done
different 'cause
that
I'm
in
like,
years.
if the sun's up, that means I got to take my kids to school in an hour. And then I'm like, then I got to go in there and then come back. Do I play again or do I go to sleep? Yeah, I'll keep playing. Oh, man.
That's how
I'm
it be.
excited.
It's
I'm
back to
excited.
those days, man. But yeah, Tekken 8, we're all excited. Week away. And I think that's pretty much it for the show. You guys want to give them where to find you guys at, your socials? Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first. Follow me on X at Reepal, REEPAL,
Oh, yeah.
Twitch,
Forgot about that.
Twitter, YouTube, Level Up Your Game,
Nice.
and Instagram. And TikTok, old ass
All
boomer.
about that.
Boom.
Follow me Twitch and Twitter. Ricksteezy, RICKS.
Damn, he just pulled up his
TEZY.
end card.
Suiken.
That's it.
That's
What
sweet.
the hell? This guy's a genius.
Yeah,
We should all
much
do
better
that.
than that.
Wow.
Follow me on there. Yeah, that's about it.
And then for me, just everything, the name is MYK. But yeah, we haven't done one of these in a while. I don't even know if I have one. Does anybody have a bitch calling? Whoever wants to go first.
Oh boy.
Damn, I just got a follow. I got hit my own follow notification.
I heard it too, Mike. Everyone heard it. Oh man.
I wish you hadn't said that. Now everyone's gonna follow you.
Oh god. Oh,
We gotta end the stream real quick.
I gotta mute it. Oh fuck, I gotta log in.
It's too
boy.
late.
It's too late.
No bitch callings, man. Tekken 7 was sick. I'm
was
excited for
sick.
Tekken 8 too, though. So
Yeah.
it is what it is, man. I can't wait to see how Tekken 8 shakes out, but at the same time, Tekken 7. Hail fellow, well met. See you next time. We'll see you in Tekken 8.
Suiken, you got one?
I don't know. I actually don't. You know, Tekken 7 was a large part of my life. You know, it was, you know, we as a group accomplished so much, as you guys could see in our picture. It means a lot to me to spend time with you guys and everybody else as part of our community. And you know what? Tekken 8's around the corner. I don't know what the future holds for all of us, obviously, because things are going to be changing for a lot
one of
of
those
us.
pictures is not from Tekken 7, by the way.
Close enough.
They're not, but it's a picture of us. You stupid
I mean, just
bitch.
look at Suiken and MYK and me in that picture. Only person that looks the same is Rip.
I look
Nah,
very
you don't look
different.
the same, bro. You don't look the same in this one. Like this one, you mean? Like, oh wait, not that one. Hold on, let me see.
Oh god, he's gonna bring up
Here we go.
something.
No,
Oh,
I'm just
God.
I'm just trying to expand it. Let me see if I can do that. Let's see. Oh, this one, right? This large one, right? This one?
Yeah, with Eris, this SBO picture.
Yeah, Kane in the
2010.
background.
Yeah.
Blue
You
hair.
see?
Hidden right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this after you guys won?
This is before.
I don't know
think.
actually.
This is like
think it's probably before, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it has to be before.
Yeah.
God,
This
that-
one
I'm so
was a good
glad-
one.
I'm so glad
but you
guys
know,
won.
I've been watching. I mean, I've been seeing you guys, all the new players on Twitter, talking about like what Tekken 7's brought them with their memories and stuff. You know, that whole trend that's happening right now. And I'm really glad that a lot of you are doing that, because it really shows
Hell yeah.
like us that's what we came from during our tenure, you know, with the game growing forward and stuff like that. We love the fact that this right here is what we built, our friendships and brotherhoods and sister, all that stuff, right? Traveling the world, playing video games. I mean, Master Cup. We were a Master Cup team. Like, you know, we all went to SBO except Ricky. And
Thanks.
God damn.
Thanks, asshole.
Yeah, wow.
but you were there in spirit. You know what I mean?
No, I wasn't.
You know what? Fuck you. You know we signed you and
Suiken's a
you and
bitch.
MYK were supposed to be with me.
I
and
agree.
Rick.
Stuken's a bitch. End the show.
No, don't end the show. Okay.
Suiken's definitely
But-
a bitch. Oh, let me eat fucking kiss spaghetti, asshole. God damn it. But yeah, thank you
You
guys.
guys
all
act
so
like I
much,
terrorize
man.
these bitches. Come on.
It's been a blast, guys. Tekken 7. What a crazy ride, man. Can't wait for 8 within a week. But yeah, that's gonna do it
Oh
for the
yeah,
show.
the mods of the Tekken channel are bitches. No rip, no buy.